This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
Experience holiday cheer at Tanger Outlets with savings up to 70% off your favorite brands. From fragrances to accessories and the latest styles. Discover the best gifts for everyone on your list. Save big at Nike Factory Store, Michael Kors, Under Armour, Coach, Polo Ralph Lauren, Kate Spade New York, and so many more. Unwrap the best at Tanger Outlets. Hundreds of brands, endless gifting options. Plan your trip at Tanger.com.
Good morning.
Today is a very special day.
It's a very special day. Why is today a special day? Because today is
E-G-I-M, that's right.
Today is...
Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday.
Is that a real thing?
Is that a real thing?
Why, yes, it is.
Google it.
You can Google it. It's worth a Google.
I don't need to.
I believe you. You know what else I just realized? It's showtime.
From the KLAQ studios in beautiful sunny El Paso, Texas.
Does anyone copy my transmission?
The Buzz Adams Morning Show is back.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Only on 95.5 KLAQ El Paso.
Right, thank you, and good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. Back from the Thanksgiving break. I hope everybody had a great long weekend and enjoyed Thanksgiving and enjoyed football. Good morning and welcome to December. It's already December the 2nd. 23 shopping days till Christmas. And today's Cyber Monday.
All right.
So I'm going to get in there and mix it up on Cyber Monday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I already know what I'm going to get you, Joanna.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. And then my nephew wants an interactive talking animatronic Deadpool head, so I'm going to get that for him.
Wow.
Kid's 30, but that's what he wants.
Oh, your nephew's really into all that stuff, though. Yeah.
Yeah, big time. And then I was talking to my brother who's the Baptist minister.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, did you put a lot of thought in my gift this year? And he's like, oh, yeah. It's like, and I was like, I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
Why?
Because now I got to put a lot of thought into his gift.
Did you say, like, you just wish you could just give everyone cash?
Better yet. So basically what we do is we swap gifts in the $100 range.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know how that sounds to you, but, you know.
It sounds logical for family and stuff.
So $100. And a lot of it over the past 20 years have become gift cards.
Nice.
Which is almost like a cash exchange.
Yeah.
Why don't we just save ourselves a lot of headache and just call it Square?
Here is the monetary value of the gift I was going to buy you.
No, you were going to give me a $100 gift. I was going to give you a $100 gift. We just consider it a wash, and we don't have to shop for Christmas anymore.
My sister and I have started doing that for my mom because we're like, what does this woman want? And we're like, every time we get her something, she's just like, oh, that's nice. So we've just started giving her cash.
Just cash.
Yeah, here, spend it how you want.
Get Mom a male stripper one year for Christmas.
I already did that.
You did?
Well, it wasn't for Christmas. It was for her birthday.
Oh, I see. But can you imagine, like, Santa Claus coming in on Christmas morning?
Well, that's what I want for Christmas.
The music starts playing. He's just, whipping it out.
It's just a bunch of jingle bells.
Come jingle my bells, ladies. The Christmas tree isn't the only thing that has its balls out this Christmas. Good morning, intern Alberto.
Good morning.
Alberto's not really an intern, you know.
No, he's not.
An intern would get course credit, but he's not getting paid or anything.
No, he's.
Did you see that end of that Michigan-Ohio State game on Saturday, Alberto?
Yes, it was good. I loved that little brawl. I loved it.
You loved it?
Like that.
They pepper sprayed a bunch of the players. The police went on the field. Did you know about this, Joanna?
I did. I have seen it, yeah.
This is, hold on, let me just bring it up here. Michigan knocked off number 2 Ohio State. And then, who remembers 2017 when Oklahoma beat Ohio State? at their stadium.
No, I don't.
That was the
remember
year that Baker Mayfield took the OU flag and planted it. They did a Mayfield. They did a Baker Mayfield.
It.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Here's a little bit of the video. Check this out. So, Michigan, who pulled off the upset over Ohio State, a player plants the Michigan flag in the center of on the 50-yard line where the logo is. Well, Ohio State didn't like that any more this year than they did in 2017, and a scuffle ensued. Police on the field ended up pepper spraying the players.
Field,
Oh, snap.
and the Buckeyes rushed right to him. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field.
Look at them just going at it.
The cops. See, now there's highway patrol out there on the field.
Sportsmanlike gesture by.
Okay. Both schools have been fined $100,000 apiece in this incident that happened on Saturday. This is in the news today. Joe Biden, who for months had said, no way he's going to pardon his son. He's going to trust the jury's judgment. No pardon for Hunter. He pardoned Hunter Biden last week.
Do you think he's just like, you know what? F it. Pardoning my son.
Yeah, I think he's like, yeah. Dump me from the ticket and then lose the election, will you? F you guys. I'm pardoning Hunter.
That's what I thought.
I don't owe you people anything.
He's leaving like a disaster trail as he leaves the White House.
If you do want to see some skulls explode, just tune in Fox News this morning. Let's take a look at El Paso weather. The Golfers forecast brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. We do have some rain popping up here and there throughout the week, but it's never more than 10 or 15%. And that's going to start tomorrow. Today is going to be sunny, 68, no rain in the forecast. Then tomorrow we're going to see very, very low-grade chance of rain. On Tuesday, highs are going to remain in the mid to upper 60s through the week. Which is better than, I got to think, 99% of the country. There's some pretty big winter storms going on around the country. Looking for partly cloudy through the week, mid-60s, and just hang about a 10% chance of rain on each day, other than today, which is going to be sunny. El Paso weather and the Golfers forecast brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. You can set up all your tee times and reservations online at painteddunes.com. That's painteddunes.com. Or call their pro shop. The number is 915-821-2122 for Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the arena.
What?
It's the one, the only, the people's champion.
He doesn't hear the sound effects. You got to hear the sound effect, dude.
I can imagine.
Nico and Jimmy.
To work, who gets a
I only do it so you can all hear the song. It's
Thank
really,
you.
I know.
boss up? What you gonna be doing about it? I said, I play. You gonna fire me? There's no one else
Here, bitch.
So we, if you noticed, I don't know if you keep track of this sort of thing. We started the show at about 6:04.
Yes.
We weren't late. We were all here.
Yes.
Somebody, and I, out of respect for their privacy, I will mention who. Somebody had to go to the bathroom. Sorry. But when you hear us start a minute or two after 6 o'clock, we've all been here. I mean, with the exception of Nico.
Why did you have to clarify that?
Don't know.
That seems weird.
I mean,
But you
you
had to
played the
clarify.
late song already. He just wanted to bring it up again. Hi.
How was Thanksgiving?
Good. How was your
how
Thanksgiving?
was your
Did
show?
you have the traditional truffles this year?
No.
No.
That's
Not traditional.
Christmas.
Oh,
That is Christmas. My show went very well. I was asked to headline next time. So.
nice.
Oh, nice.
And
You did a Thanksgiving comedy show at Inn of the Mountain Gods in Ruidoso.
I did.
And now you're headlining next?
That's
nice.
I am.
What else did you do while you were up there? Did you go like sled? Was there any snow on the ground?
Yeah, there was. There was already snow, but
Oh, nice.
I haven't.
Ski on.
No, I don't have any time. So like the show starts at 7. Sound checks at 5:30. I get there right at 5:30 usually.
After family Thanksgiving?
Yeah, after it's like 2.5 hours from here, anyways. And then after the show, that's 2 hours. Then it's already 9. Not much to do in Ruidoso after
All
9.
right.
True. True.
Not even a little gambling?
Yeah, I guess. But then I just
Did
wasted
you?
my paycheck. No,
You didn't do it.
Did you
You
get
don't
to
hit slot
stay-
machines?
I don't do them anymore. I used to get paid out at the casino. They knew comics were degenerates.
Right. So they go down to the cashier.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you get
Go to the cashier,
and then
get
you
your
got to
check.
walk all the way
Past the tables.
Ding, ding, ding. You know, the stuff is making that noise. It's irresistible.
Yeah.
They know you're just going to give your pay back to the casino.
I've already lost many paychecks that way, so I don't do that anymore.
We've got a lot
Oh,
coming
wait,
up.
did you wait? Did you sit by yourself on your couch for the whole Thanksgiving?
No. I had a couple of places
You
where
did? A
people were
couple?
having things. Yeah.
More than okay. So you went to your mother-in-law's, I assume, or baby mama's-in-law's,
Yeah. Did that.
and then
I took a plate over to my friend who is sick, Olga. Was not feeling well, so I took her a plate.
Nice.
Aw, that's so
And
nice, Buzz.
yeah, I guess that's all.
What a nice.
I had an
boyfriend.
invitation to drive
Aw.
over to the east side to watch the Cowboys and eat some Thanksgiving over there. And
Was that a Brad thing?
yeah, it's a Brad thing, but man, the east side, man, it's all the way over there. Do you have enough experience with other cities to get a sense of whether El Paso is spread out or compact?
Yeah, I think I have enough. Phoenix is ginormous.
Yeah, well, it's huge, right? But for a city, the population, Tulsa is a similar population to El Paso. You get from one side of Tulsa to the other side of Tulsa, 5 minutes.
No, I don't believe that.
Yes, you can. El Paso from, like, let's say,
Like the outskirts of Tulsa to like the one outskirts to the other.
no, I
outskirts?
would say the city proper. Let's say we'll start
The
at
city proper.
like Zaragoza.
Within the city limits.
Zaragoza over to Red on the west side. 30 minutes.
That's a good
Without
30
traffic.
minutes, yeah. Now, that's not even counting the far east side now.
Yeah.
East Lake
Yeah,
and all that.
a lot
You're
goes
looking
out.
at like a good 45 minutes there.
Right. So
Buzz is like, I was not prepared for that trip.
well, I guess because we got a freaking mountain right in the middle of town. Right? If you would go from my neighborhood, which is the west side, over to the northeast, that's 30 minutes.
You gotta
either
go
go
over a
around
mountain.
or you
Yeah.
got to go trans mountain. Either way, and that's assuming traffic is going to be perfect, which it never is.
Buzz complaining about traffic.
Tell them.
He's an old man.
Telling it like it is. Those were that's the crowd at the Indian Casino laughing at Nico for his Thanksgiving comedy.
You're making his hernia pop. Stop. You did it.
We got a lot coming up. We're going to get the show started with today's sound clips here in just a few moments.
The Daily Calendar.
Today, December 2nd.
Oh, hey, cheers. It's Bartender Appreciation Day. I think you know what you can do. It's skip school day, so you kind of have to do some cyber shopping because the online deals be popping. It's Cyber Monday. And it's World Pollution Prevention Day, so if you see a piece of trash, why not just pick it up and put it in a bin? Or keep it if you want to. And that's your daily calendar.
Hey, this is Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Ozzy to Pearl.
Through 1525 while taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Local and loco.
Don't you know I'm loco?
The Buzz Adams Morning Show. 95.5 KLAQ.
I will have a true crime report coming up today on the show. Listen for the true crime report this morning. Today is the last day that you could still eat your Thanksgiving leftovers. I guess depending on, did you leave them out? Have they been in the fridge? But if you've had it in the fridge, the turkey is today's the last day.
Yeah. Eat it.
We didn't have any this year.
You didn't have any turkey.
Oh, what you
We didn't have any leftovers.
Oh, you didn't have leftovers.
Because you went to a restaurant?
Yeah, because my mom was trying to make sure that we all were able to eat together, so we went out to eat this
That's
year.
so cute.
Yeah, it was
She
nice.
made it work,
She made it work, but at the same time, no leftovers.
which I'm sure
sad
is
about.
cool. Oh, you're upset about
I
it?
mean, I like leftovers. That's a nice
Freaking
thing.
love leftovers.
My dad got his own small turkey and ham and mashed potatoes just so he could make his own leftovers. later.
Oh, Ed, I love him.
Just so Ed could have leftovers in December.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, let's go ahead and get to Today in Sound Clips.
And now, Today in Sound Clips.
All the day's news with accompanying sound bites and actualities. Let's talk about weather here. Although we've got, year-round pretty decent weather. Any day of the year could be sunny and 75, right?
Sure.
Not the case in lots of parts of the country. Snowstorms hit several states and led to disaster declarations over the weekend. Here is Jeff Gibbons, chief of Erie, New York Streets Department. Talked about keeping the roads clear of snow in Erie, but it's extremely difficult.
We're using front-end loaders, backhoes, skid steers, anything we have to remove snow to at least get one side of the street open. The other issue we're having is our trucks are getting stuck. You wouldn't think those big trucks they get stuck a lot.
Here's somebody else from upstate New York. The Erie County executive, Brenton Davis, said that the temperature fluctuations are worsening the heavy snow.
It's heavy, it's wet. We've had some temperature fluctuations that are making this heavier and kind of turn into a little bit of sloppier ice.
Sloppier ice.
Some backhoes with some sloppy ice.
I got a question for you. Is this news when it's winter and
to us,
there's snow? Is that news?
It's December. There's snow outside.
Sometimes I'll catch myself in it's July or August, and I'm doing a story about a heat wave, and I'm like, is this news? A home explosion in Missouri injured 6, with 3 in critical condition. A home in Jefferson City, Missouri, exploded in the wee hours of Saturday morning, injuring 6. 3 of the victims were listed in critical condition. The other 3 had moderate injuries. In a press release, Jefferson City, Missouri Fire said the rescue operation was particularly challenging. Got a clip here. This is Eric Hoy, EMS chief there in Missouri, talking about the unusual home explosion. As opposed to a normal home explosion, I guess.
This is certainly something out of unusual for us, especially to have this many victims involved. So this is a pretty significant event for this community.
This might remind you, if you're old enough to remember, a show called WKRP in Cincinnati.
WKRP.
WKRP in Cincinnati. Okay. One of the most famous episodes was the Thanksgiving episode where newsman Les Nessman dropped hundreds of live turkeys out of a helicopter. I swear to God, I thought turkeys could fly. Well, a woman in Alaska named Esther Sanderlin has been helping make sure that neighbors in remote areas had a happy Thanksgiving by airdropping them frozen turkeys. She did this as she flew by in her plane. Here is, by the way, a frozen turkey would kind of be like dropping a rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, did she mean to hurt somebody?
Parachute? No parachute?
I don't think she put little turkey parachutes on the turkeys, it doesn't sound like.
Turkey shoots. Oh, my goodness.
Nico used to watch this show called Life Below Zero.
Love it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
all
show.
About these. And like somebody who's remote in Alaska, they're remote.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the lady takes a bunch of frozen turkeys and drops them out of her airplane. Here is Esther talking about why she has done this. This is a 3rd year in a row, by the way.
During the freeze up, you can't really get around. You can't travel out there, but you can fly. One weekend, and I was visiting our newest neighbor, and they were talking about splitting a squirrel 3 ways for dinner and how that didn't really go very far.
Squirrels only go so far. You can't split one more than 3 ways.
Well, I think a third of a squirrel might just arouse my hunger and not better all the way down.
So a wolf is going to be, so maybe a turkey is going to drop like in front of a wolf or a bear, and they're going to be like, this is awesome.
Maybe, but it's, it won't thaw out outside. I imagine it's pretty cold, but let me hear again. Some of these people were going to split a squirrel.
They were talking about slitting a squirrel 3 ways for dinner and how that didn't really go very far. And I just had a thought at that moment, you know what? I'm gonna drop them a turkey for Thanksgiving. My vision with this is to reach farther parts of Alaska because there are so many families that live rural and they're all frozen. So some people are like, does this hurt the turkey? Is it like tenderized? Or, they're all frozen. They literally just bounce off the ground.
Does this hurt the turkey that's been decapitated?
Turkeys are hitting the pavement like bags of wet cement. That's from the
WKRP.
Did we try and find that and we couldn't find it streaming anywhere?
It's not
Because I thought you would be
streaming.
interested to watch it because there are a bunch of correlations.
I think you could. It was like on Tubi, maybe.
I think so, yeah.
There's a Buzz, there's a Brad, there's Herb Tarlick, who's
You watch it and you're like, that's
JT.
totally.
Yeah, that's JT. Oh, Michigan upset Ohio State on Saturday, and then chaos ensued. When the game ended, a Michigan player went to the Ohio State logo at the 50-yard line, right where Baker Mayfield planted the Oklahoma flag 7 years ago. Well, some of the Buckeyes players, those are the Ohio State players, Joanna.
Oh, yeah, got it.
They weren't having it. Both teams started a melee. Here's a little bit of the chaos.
Michigan will defeat Ohio State for the 4th consecutive time and denies the Buckeyes a Big Ten title game shot. Something interesting is going on the field right now. Michigan tried to plant their flag in the middle of the Ohio State field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to them.
An Ohio State player ripped the flag off the pole and threw it on the ground. Police ended up pepper spraying Michigan players.
Oh, no.
Both Michigan and Ohio State have been fined $100,000 by the Big Ten.
100 big ones.
Here you go. Let's watch a little bit of the video, Nico, and put you right in the middle of the action here, okay?
Ohio State field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to them.
Oh, dang.
And now there's some skirmishes going on the field.
There's a huge police presence out there.
My goodness.
An unsportsmanlike gesture by...
Yeah, how do you even begin to break something like that up? You got to start pepper spraying.
Everybody.
So what does Baker Mayfield think about this? Baker Mayfield famously planted the Oklahoma Sooners flag on the Ohio State Buckeyes 50-yard line in 2017. He gained notoriety when he ran onto the field and planted the Oklahoma flag at Ohio State Stadium. He said the altercations on Saturday and other flag planting incidents are just part of the college football's rivalries and said, just let the boys play.
And fight, please. No, apparently, so that was, this week was rivalry week, and a lot of other schools and games ended like this.
Like
just
exactly
all-out
like
brawls,
this?
All-out brawls. Yes, like at the end of the game, boom, brawl. There was like a Florida State game that ended the same way. So it was kind of like a theme across college football this week.
They showed the fight for a full 2 minutes.
On TV?
Yeah, they showed it.
I hate when they cut away. Makes me really angry.
From the fight?
Yes. They'll cut to commercials and then they'll cut back and like...
Alberto wants to see the full fight.
Okay, so I feel bad about this, but I try to be as honest as possible. Anytime there's like a fight in anything, whether it's, everybody acknowledges hockey, you like the fights. Mm-hmm. But if there's a fight on a basketball court, they're like, this besmirches the good name of collegiate basketball. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's awesome.
Yep. Let them go at it.
It makes you more passionate about
the day after Mike Tyson bit
athletics.
The day after Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear, I remember them saying, people should be upset. They should demand their money back for their pay-per-view. And I'm like, they got their money's worth, dude. Yeah. You got to see a professional athlete get paid $20 million
to box
and to bite the ear of the other guy who was also getting $20 million.
A side of cannibalism never hurts.
Only in America.
You're over there yelling, yeah, bite his ear off.
What a country.
Hey, pod me up real quick. Let's see if this is what you're talking about.
And I think I hear something now. The crowd is moving out into the parking area. And, oh Yes, I can see it now. It's a helicopter, and it's coming this way. It's flying something behind it. I can't quite make it out. It's a large banner, and it says, Happy Thanksgiving.
And they're all in the back.
Yeah.
What a sight, ladies and gentlemen. What a sight. The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object. Perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. Second, the third. There's no parachutes yet. Happy skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but... Oh my God, they're talking! Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of us!
Oh, the humanity. Did it stop there?
No, there's more.
Let's hear the rest of it. They're like,
Brothers running around, pushing each other. Oh my goodness! Oh, the humanity!
and it was the sales guy, Herb Tarlick.
I swear, I thought they could fly.
Who does that sound like here at this station?
JT? Ray?
It could be any one of our sales. It could be any one of our salespeople.
Just a half-baked, ill-conceived, not thought-through plan is so on brand.
Did anybody watch the parade this year?
I did.
How'd it look?
Well, Joanna was very jealous.
Well, I saw the text messages.
Yeah, thanks for answering back my text message, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Joanna yearns to be on the...
I want to do the parade.
Was there a controversy this year?
Was there?
I don't know. I've heard people saying that it wasn't as good as other years, but I don't know.
I saw some pictures. I mean, in the paper, I'm assuming that they're pictures from this year's parade.
I couldn't figure out the theme.
The theme was Thanksgiving.
It was a weird theme. But no, the folks over at KTSM did a great job. Yeah.
Do you remember the crypto billionaire who bought the banana artwork for $6.2 million?
Oh, I did this in news last week.
We have an update.
Oh, my.
He ate it.
A Chinese-born cryptocurrency entrepreneur named Justin Sun has followed through on his promise to eat the banana from a $6.2 million artwork that he bought earlier this month.
Oh, good. I was wondering, will he or won't he?
He did.
Fair warning, at $5,200,000. Jen, the Catalan is yours. Congratulations. Thank you very much indeed. Medal number 17.
That was the moment the art piece was auctioned off. So,
how do you spend 16 people's tuition, college tuition's worth of money?
When you got
one fruit.
It's nothing.
Well, on top of everything, the fruit vendor who sold the banana used in the art piece is reportedly upset that he only got 35 cents. And that it was his banana that sold for $6.2 million.
It was a perfect banana.
Yes. When you sold it, it was just a banana, Giuseppe. Now it's art.
When the artist takes it.
Yeah.
I guess I could see him being a little peeved at that.
I'd
But
be like, what the
also,
hell? That was my banana.
how does he know that was his banana? Was it a specially sourced banana?
The guy say, I'm going to take this banana and make
I'm going to make
art.
an art piece out of it, and some gullible crypto billionaire is going to pay $6.2 billion.
No, you're crazy.
For it.
You're just
He
watch
sees the
me.
guy eat the banana. Holy crap, that's my
Son
banana.
of a bitch.
All right, so going around, wasn't the banana duct tape on a canvas or something? That was the art
wall. Yeah.
It can't be the same banana.
No, not from the initial exhibit that was
So they're just switching
released
up
in
bananas?
Well, there was 3 exhibits so far, and each one has had a different banana. Yeah, because the banana goes rotten. It's not like there's nothing special about the banana.
You've got to have so much money to buy something like this, and you've also got to have a mindset that says, you know what, the hungry.
Buzz, you don't get art, man. Like, it's saying something. It's a statement.
This one
about like how easily disposable art is these days, and how we shouldn't be taking it so seriously.
That was deep.
Well, with this banana art,
Maybe.
I don't like a lot of modern art, but with this one, I can see the
appeal.
Wait, I gotta write that down.
No.
Oh man,
you use that.
No, don't let that.
Yeah, don't
represent us.
please.
Why not?
It's the lowest form of comedy.
I don't have anything to write it down with anyway.
Nick Cannon says that he was diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder.
No.
Doesn't that mean you're a psychopath?
No.
Or a
No.
Okay.
Now,
What do you think it means, Buzz?
I thought it meant like if you have a narcissistic personality and the dark triad together, you're like
well, and
Jeffrey
the dark
Dahmer.
triad, then yeah, that didn't. You're mixing up things.
All right. Well, Nick Cannon opened up to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant about being diagnosed with NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, and talked about the different markers that indicate. So he's going to talk about what makes him a narcissistic personality. Just think, who in your life could you apply this to, including yourself?
There's markers. And when someone has like extreme narcissistic behavior disorder, it has things like the lack of empathy, rage, all of those things. I don't have those.
All right.
Oh, good.
He's all love. That's why he's got 57 kids.
NPD is a mental health condition, involves long-term pattern of exaggerated self-importance, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy.
Nick Cannon talked about regaining his confidence by learning all he could about narcissistic personality disorder instead of just rejecting the diagnosis.
There's triggering terms.
Okay,
Like
got
that's
it.
like I've taken all the power away from the term narcissism because I've researched it.
And I love
understand
that
it.
about you. Yeah,
And I'm
totally.
like, call me whatever you want. Now, if I didn't know what it was, then I'd have issue with it.
All right.
That kind of sounds like a narcissistic thing to do, though, right? Like, call me what you want. I don't care. I don't care.
President-elect Trump has picked Kash Patel to head the FBI.
Woo! Finally, a smart pick.
Government gangsta.
Yeah.
Speaking with ABC News yesterday,
I think it's a smart move picking somebody who has no experience in the field.
Well, he's never worked for the FBI
or in law enforcement.
Right.
And what does the FBI do?
Law enforcement.
Right. No, I think it's a smart move to pick somebody who has no background in it because they're the best to look at it from an outside view of like, what can we do different?
I got it. As I'm doing this story, let's listen to Republican South Dakota Senator Mike Rounds speaking to ABC News, says that he hinted that he doesn't have a problem with how Kash Patel has conducted himself.
I've had no objections to the way that he's handled himself. And so I don't have any complaints about the way that he's done his job right now. And once again, the president has the right to make nominations, but normally these are for a 10-year term. We'll see what his process is and whether he actually makes that nomination.
I just want to point out, this is his official Department of Defense photograph. This is Kash Patel's official photograph, meaning however many pictures they took, he picked that one out and said, that's the one to go with.
Crazy eyes.
Crazy ojos locos.
Guys,
And not the good way.
He's cross-eyed. He cannot help
Is
that.
that
okay?
what's going on there?
There's no chicas bonitas y coquetas in those eyes.
No.
Only sadness.
Wait, is he really cross-eyed?
Let's not make fun of somebody that might have an eye disorder, guys.
Let's see.
Let's pull that up in big.
And maybe an intellectual disability.
And Joe Biden, after months of saying he would not pardon his son Hunter, has pardoned his son Hunter Biden. Let's listen in to what President Biden was saying earlier this year, and all of his top advisors and everybody else connected to the Biden White House were saying, nope, we respect the law. He's not going to give a pardon.
Extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I'd abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him. I'm extremely proud of him.
Except he did yesterday. He reversed himself and said that Hunter Biden has been unfairly targeted because of his connection to being the son of Joe Biden, and gave him a complete pardon.
Whatever. It's anarchy these days. Who cares?
Hi, this is the president, Joe Biden. Oh, hit the microphone. Pardon me. I mean, I hereby pardon someone. I know his name. Don't tell me. For the thing he didn't do. No questions. Hey, Hey, man. Good God. What's wrong with you people?
Artist interviews, new music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
Cold beers, Border City Ale House, where every game is a big game. See you Monday night.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
All right, we have a live call in the studio. Woo! I've got a few neckline calls. Might get to those here. And then the Mo Show calendar Daily Almanac of events is also coming up. And
We're
Nico
back.
has a tale of incredible wilderness survival.
I do.
Wow.
We're back, baby.
Here is Stoner Guy calling from San Angelo. Hello, Stoner Guy.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving, man.
You too, buddy.
Yeah, mine was above average for sure.
So I was listening to some old shows, and specifically y'all were talking about your ambulance ride. I'm sorry to bring it up, but
yeah, it's $8,500.
But Nico ended up saying that anytime you go to the ER or ambulance or anything like that, they charge you a whole box of gloves.
Generally, we would charge about a box to, almost every.
How is that not padding?
Well,
the
I guess
bill?
from their point of view, there are some, because for a very messy trauma, you would go through maybe multiple pairs of gloves.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But not every
But
time.
I guess that's their way of averaging it all out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
My whole thing with that, dude, is that, and I cannot be the only one that does this, but I take that box of gloves.
Yeah. You're like, I paid for it. Give me my box.
My mom does that. She'll be like, just take it. They already charged us for it.
Having to do with hospitals specifically?
Yeah. And sometimes the nurses will tell you too, like, oh yeah, just take it.
I don't know if people realize this or not. But like, if you get oxygen put on you, just a little bit of oxygen. I mean,
They charge you for the whole tank?
Like, they're probably going to charge you a lot. Yeah.
I need to take that tank then. I'm just kidding.
All right. Thanks, Stoner Guy.
Dude, love y'all, man.
All right. Love you,
buddy.
We'll see you. Bye-bye. Our friend Stoner Guy. We should have a convention where all of the callers have their little booths.
5
to
Points
sign-
guy,
Yeah,
Stoner
five-
guy,
Wrestler guy.
Cucker Charleston.
Tucker.
Big Daddy D.
Where is Big Daddy D? Somebody
Hey,
mentioned
yeah.
that he hasn't been calling. So, I mean, on the one hand, I'm a little worried that, is he okay? And on the other hand, he just might have gotten sick and tired of us.
Yeah.
I mean, you were ragging on him pretty hard at one point.
Well, I mean, I don't wish him bad. I hope he's okay. Tell us about this survival story. I actually have an audio clip to go on along with your story.
Oh, no way. So this
sure
was
do.
going
to
land very nicely together?
A hiker got lost and was out in the wilderness for an inordinate amount of time.
Yes.
37 years, Joey.
No, shut up. All right.
What?
No. A 20-year-old hiker went missing almost 6 weeks ago in Canada, in British Columbia's remote Redfern-Kiley Provincial Park.
That sounds like the type of place that a Sasquatch would live, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. After spending 50 days lost in the wilderness, Sam Bettenstick flagged down a pair of workers on a trail. He was found supporting himself with walking sticks and using a cut-up sleeping bag for warmth.
Oh, wow.
What did he eat?
That's a really good question.
Did he have wilderness survival expertise or anything? Because it seems like you would need to.
It doesn't say that he does. It just says he's like a normal camper.
Sam Benestick, or Benastic, had been missing. He was found alive after 50 days.
So I guess so he says after the first few days, he just stayed in his car, but then he camped near a creek for 2 weeks before moving to a
Wait,
shelter
wait.
he built.
He had a car?
I guess he was out there in his car and it broke down, yeah.
Car broke down?
Yeah.
Here is Corporal Brett Urano of, I don't know, maybe the Mounted Police. He said that young Sam, the 20-year-old hiker, had the skills needed to survive.
Oh, nice.
Fortunately, Sam had experience in hiking and being in that kind of environment, so he was able to survive. And then he moved into a valley where he built another camp and a shelter in a dried-out creek bed.
All right, so maybe he'd watched a lot of Bear Grylls or something.
Or
Naked and Afraid.
Life Below Zero.
Could be Life Below Zero. Let's see. We've got a few other calls that have come in. Let's go for the neckline here. Remember the neckline number. So we got a live call. Let me get that number first. If you want to call us direct, 915-910-4995. That's 915-910-4995. Or leave a message for us 24 hours a day, any day you want to. The neckline number is 844-805-NECK, 844-805-6325.
Hey, Buzz, Nico, Joanna, quick question. No, well, not really a question, but I got to play La Torilla for the first time with my wife's family. And
is this 5 Points guy?
Yeah.
Sounds like him.
I have some new, not in-laws. I guess in-laws. I don't know. Anyways, I have some new members of my wife's family, and they're really cool. So we played La Torilla for the first time. Why didn't my Spanish teacher let us play that game? I learned so many new Spanish words in that 1 hour. Just reading la araña, la borracho, la dame. It's like bingo, but a lot funner. It really is. I like it.
More racist.
My family does.
El Negro.
Well, hey, don't use the N-word on air, bro.
It's right there in the deck. El Borracho.
My family does bingo every year. You know, they're white. My dad's side, they do a bunch of different games. They're more on the Mexican American side. But yeah, man, that La Torilla game was pretty fun. But we didn't have frijoles to use as markers, so we were using Cheerios. And then my sister-in-law's dog kept coming up to my. If I got up, she'd come up and eat all my Cheerios. So, but anyways, you guys have a go. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Later.
Yeah, just off the top of your head, does your family play games on Thanksgiving?
No.
Yes.
We always had a big football game. Some years it'd be 7-on-7. Some years it'd be 20-on-20. Just depended on who.
Oh, you're not you're playing football.
We would have a backyard game of football like in Wedding Crashers.
We play Cards Against Humanity, which my mom is way too good at.
What is that game? I mean, I see them in the store all
You've
the time.
never played Cards
You know what?
Against Humanity?
The time it would take us to explain it
the
to you right
game?
now
I know,
would
it's-
waste an entire segment.
And at the end, you probably would.
And you
still
still
be
would be like,
"I don't
that's so
get it."
stupid.
Yeah, but we
I
should
think
play
I bought
it.
a
It's
deck.
funny.
I bought a deck of the cards and looked at them and didn't. I don't know. It just didn't appeal to me.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got to know who to play with.
It's super fun. It's
My
one of those
mother
fun
is real
games.
good at it.
We would always have at least one table going on where we were playing a game called Pitch. So Pitch is a point catching game. It's an old card game. Some people know it as euchre.
Nico's face.
Just like, wow.
And Nico, for,
Sounds old-timey.
for Thanksgiving, everybody would bring their favorite polo pony, and you would play polo.
It's losing its effectiveness when you don't time it right.
I see what
yeah,
you're
right.
saying. Okay.
He saw me not paying it. Like, I'm going to say something about this. We usually play Christmas. We'll play maybe like a Monopoly or something, but not too often.
Oh, did I ever tell you about our hot games of Trivial Pursuit when that board game first came out?
Yes, you did.
You want me to tell it?
No, I'll tell it.
All right.
Buzz was so good at Trivial Pursuit.
Was he really?
Buzz? When he was younger, it would
Like
be
13.
It would be teams, not just teams against each other. It would be the rest of the family versus Buzz.
Anybody who wanted to play could be on one team, and they got to
On Trivial Pursuit?
On Trivial Pursuit, and I would.
His
run
family
the
knew he
board
was a
on.
lot smarter than the rest of them.
Hey, do you remember that time Glenn kicked your ass at Beatles Trivial Pursuit?
Yeah, that was rigged. That was totally rigged. Brandon rigged that. Listen, there's always
it's
comes
nice
back
to know
up,
you're so
but
graceful in defeat.
mine was something like, what 1968 single release had
even remembers
boys
the
on
questions?
the backside?
Some
that would
people
be
know
mine.
those things.
That would be mine. And then Glenn's would be complete the song title. Love me blank. I want to hold your blank.
It wasn't that easy.
It was definitely tilted.
We'll go back to the video.
Hey, good morning, Buzz, Nico, and Joanna.
Hi.
Hey, so speaking about survival, man, y'all ever read about those Japanese, like from World War II, the Japanese soldiers that were like in the Philippines and other like islands just surviving out there for decades because they wouldn't accept that Japan lost?
Yes. There was one guy who stayed out there
Hiro Onada.
It was such a big story that they found this guy in the 60s.
70s.
In the 70s, who was that. I don't know if that specifically, something inspired an episode of Gilligan's Island where there was a Japanese soldier who was somehow on Gilligan's Island.
That doesn't make sense. Gilligan was in the 70s, 60s, wasn't it?
60s, right.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the only one. He was the one. He was hailed as a hero. But yeah, I've definitely heard about this guy. Do you have the wiki open on it?
Yeah, the real famous one is Hiro Onoda. He finally came out of hiding in the...
Hiro became a hero when he returned to Japan. After all those years.
He came out of hiding in the Philippine jungle and surrendered in 1974.
Yeah, that Gilligan's Island episode had to have been years before that.
He refused to believe the war was over. He held the belief that Japan was still at war. And he continued to fight as a guerrilla in the Philippines. Imagine being like a tourist in 60s.
You know, he lived into the, I think he lived till about 2010.
Yeah.
And they just thought they were being tricked to, coming out. And they're out there surviving. Some of them were even like killing, like local villagers. And they had to kind of and they had to pardon them because they're like, dude, these dudes thought they were still at war. But there was one famous one. He ended up going back to Japan and he left Japan. Like this is after his commanding officer that had to go find him, came out there like, yeah, dude, the war's over. He ended up leaving Japan because he just thought Japanese had turned soft. Like males were, just weak. Like they didn't have that mentality anymore, which some might say is true. But that's crazy though.
Well, if we're talking about the same guy, I don't know about him leaving Japan. He went back and
he was
owned a bookstore.
He was kind of celebrated when he went back.
Right. He was treated like a hero.
A hero's welcome. He published an autobiography. He did later follow his brother to Brazil, where he joined an established Japanese immigrant community.
Nice. A couple more calls, and then we got the Mo Show calendar. So, Alberto, be ready.
Hey, morning show. Welcome back. Missed you guys so much. Happy post-Thanksgiving.
Right on.
And welcome Christmas time.
Hey, it is.
I just wanted to comment on about the Michigan-Ohio State game. For weeks, and every year they do this, they promote it as the greatest rivalry of all sports. And they show clips of them fighting in previous years. And I don't get it when they don't show the fight or they say it's not a good way to end the game. I mean, they promote that. That's part of their promotion of all their weeks that they've been promoting the game was all the fights. So I don't get that. I was disappointed that Gus Johnson would say that, but I know why he does say it. But still, like, it's part of the game. That's pretty much the hatred they have for each other. All right, guys. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, some of the Michigan players ended up getting pepper sprayed by the cops. I guess what the caller's saying is they promote it. They show highlights of the times that they've
fought before,
gotten into fisticuffs before.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading about this dude who was in the Philippines for like 30 years after the war ended.
Yeah.
And it says that him and two other people were actually on the island together, like this group, and that they were fighting police officers and farmers, shooting at them, thinking they were Allied soldiers for 30 years.
I'm amazed nobody's made a movie out of that guy. Because he was on the other side, but
also, if you were a police officer and you're being shot at by Japanese soldiers,
where did he keep getting his ammunition after all those years?
Oh my God.
I only have one more bullet. It needs to last for the rest of eternity. What, you don't like my...
No, I like it a lot.
Nico's like me. I think accents are hilarious. And then one day we all woke up and somebody said, it's offensive to ever do an accent.
Well, your grandfathered into racism, kind of, yeah.
Thank God. So science has figured out a way to get an earworm out of your head.
Really?
Yes, it's a earworm eraser. So if you're walking around and you cannot quit singing Barbie Girl by Aqua or Glycerine by Bush,
Or somebody
once told me.
if you got that in your head, I will play for you what science has come up with that they say 88% of the time, it works every time to get an earworm out of your head. So we're going to have that on the way. It is also the last day you can safely eat your Thanksgiving leftovers according to our prep this morning. This is Throw Out Your Leftovers Day. And we'll get a little more into that, but let's take a look first at the Mojo calendar and daily almanac of events. Find out what's happening here on the second day of December, but our first day back after Thanksgiving. Today is Cyber Monday. A lot of shopping. Joanna, I'm going to get your shopping out of the way.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Nico, what do you want this year?
I want.
I'm going to get
peace
Alberto
on
something.
Earth.
You
Good.
want peace on it? Good.
That doesn't cost anything. You're locked into that. Too late.
Your friendship is all I need, buddy.
Alberto, what do you want this year for Christmas?
Man, what a great question. I don't know. Maybe like a new blanket or something.
A new blanket?
God.
Or
A stable
you know what
job.
you should get? A new futon for your thing in there. That one is beat.
Yeah, he says he can't take good naps in that one.
Nope.
It's only like
it's got like
molded to Buzz's body now.
Right. I fit in it like a pea in a pod. Today is National Mutt Day. Your new dog, a mutt? It looks pretty full bred. It's like a husky, right?
A husky, yeah.
Purebred husky?
I have no idea. She looks purebred. She crazy.
Sparky's not purebred.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, he's so cute. Everybody loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Spark?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad told me don't make a habit out of that.
Did
But
he
he
really?
never says anything to Iris. She brings
Like her
that.
little dog, right?
Yeah. Of course, that dog is like 1/30th the size of my
It's
dog.
like 1 ounce.
Hey, don't make a habit of it. Can you please?
Don't bring that up.
make a habit of it.
I'm bringing my cat.
Today is Special Education Day.
Hey,
Nico.
there you go, bud.
All right. How long was the bus that you rode to school? Standard length, or did you have to
Longer
wear
than
like
yours.
a bicycle helmet?
I don't know. About 8.5.
Birthdays today include Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback now with the New York Jets, formerly with the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is 41.
41?
Yeah.
He looks older.
You know
than
what he
41.
got
He looks like
yesterday for his
Negan.
birthday?
Like from The Walking Dead.
Like the Timu version of Negan.
Yeah, but he looks like 50.
Yes.
at least.
I
You
thought he
mean-
was older than 41.
Dean, what's his name?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I just realized that's not much of a diss, is it?
No, Jeffrey Dean
Negan-
Morgan's hot.
Yeah, badass.
Did you just say Jeffrey Dean
He
Morgan
is hot. He's absolutely hot. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't say it.
But you thought it.
Definitely thought it.
Britney Spears is having a birthday. Real quick, Joanna,
Brittany.
older or younger? Britney Spears older than Aaron Rodgers or younger than Aaron Rodgers?
I think she's older.
She is 2 years older. She's 43 today, but they share a
Oh.
birthday.
Brittany Jean.
Tennis Hall of Famer Monica Seles is 51 today. And Lucy Liu is 56.
Damn.
Was she Oren Ishii?
Yes, she was.
She was.
Yes.
I mean, she's
Kill
known
Bill.
for a lot more than.
She's Oren Ishii,
she's
though.
Oren Ishii.
She is Oren Ishii. She's also Joanne Watson
On
a TV show
the
called
one
Elementary.
with Johnny Lee Miller as Sherlock.
She's what?
Joanne Watson instead of
Nice.
John Watson.
I get it.
Yeah, I watched that show.
Did you like it? Not really.
I mean, I could deconstruct Elementary for you, but we don't have time for that here.
It's too elementary.
Let's just say I watched 2 seasons. Rick Savage from Def Leppard having a birthday, 64 years old.
He's the one without an arm, right? Okay, never mind.
Nope. And Kathy Lee Crosby, actress, spokesmodel, co-host of That's Incredible in the 70s. Kathy Lee Crosby is 80 years old today. 23 days, shopping days to Christmas. And it is also National Bartender Day.
Hey.
National Skip School Day. Don't do that, kids, especially in EPISD, because I know you kids have been out for a whole week.
Yeah, you already had a week off.
You're back.
I'll give you more details about this, but this is the final day that experts say you can safely eat your leftovers from Thursday. I'll go more in depth on this, but it is the post-Thanksgiving show, so let's say it was Sinatra, Thanksgiving's over, this is the day you're supposed to pitch everything in the trash.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It sat on the table a little too long. I think my wife Mabel, she prepared it wrong.
Gross.
My stomach's weak, but that bird sure smells strong. That's why the turkey gives me cramps. I love Thanksgiving. It's my thing. So pass me a wing. Now I'm sick. What a kick. The USDA shouldn't have put on that stamp, because that turkey gave me cramps. Hey! I had 4 helpings, like some kind of nut, and that bad turkey kicked me right in the gut. Now I've turned green and I might throw up, 'cause that turkey gave me, that cuckoo bird gave me,
What did he give you?
that turkey gave me the cramps.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock. Oh.
Through 1525 West. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Oh, we're back. Buzz is back.
Hey, right on, Buzz.
Buzz in the morning show. 95.5 The Q.
Joanna is going to have the Hollywood Cheese May.
The cheese.
Our entertainment report is coming up next. I got a true crime report later this morning. Also, I told you that science says, hey, we've come up with the cure for earworms. Songs that you don't want to have stuck in your head, that those are the ones that get stuck in your head.
Yeah.
This is what I want science to do.
Yeah, to fix this. But I'm just concerned about the side effects.
Well, I'll tell you more about it.
Bloating, farting, anything weird?
We need to be nicer to Alberto. Alberto comes in, he wants to share something with us, and we chase him out and throw salt on him.
We? What's this we business?
Well, Nico
and
does.
Nico need to
Buzz,
be
you're the
nicer.
one.
You were the one salting
You're
him.
the one who actually grabs this. Why would you blame me? You piece of...
It's literally Nico.
I wouldn't know
He's
about
trying to
that.
act like it's not him.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
I'm the one that yells, go back to your room.
Go back to your
He
room.
started it.
Also, you should stay in that room,
You need
buddy.
to stay in your room. Like,
Banished over here to this bat cave.
Yeah,
dude,
that's what the
the
producer
job.
does.
Like, what do you think your
can't-
job is?
Do you think I'm in here all the time?
Socializing? I don't know.
No, because like something can go wrong in there.
It can happen.
Yeah, and you need a producer there.
But he came in, he was like he can't stand to be alone for more than 5 minutes. So he comes in, is like, did you hear about this 20-year-old YouTuber? What? Tell me the story about the YouTuber.
What?
Okay,
It
so-
seems so important to you.
22-year-old YouTuber. He was
And
like
you couldn't care less.
an outdoorsy guy, you know?
Okay.
And he had like an outdoors channel, and he died in like this freak snowstorm in Europe. It sucked.
That's
You
it?
guys were talking about how like that 20-year-old got saved after 30 days. Like Yeah, this dude got hit with this huge storm and died.
Well, was he at least streaming it? I mean, did he get his views
He wasn't
up?
streaming it,
Oh.
but he was recording it. He was doing it for his channel, but unfortunately,
dead.
It didn't make it. Yeah.
D-E-D.
I've been watching a lot of Alone.
I love that show.
What is
Have you ever seen Alone?
It's where like they'll drop people off in the middle of the wilderness, and
It's like these
you know there's a
survival-
camera crew there.
No, so they keep their own. They have their own cameras, so they record themselves, and it's to see who can stand the longest in this wilderness.
And,
some of them go up to like 60 days.
So
72.
You mean they're alone?
They're
Yes.
alone.
and there's like for $500,000.
Yeah.
and it gets really like
They can
grimy.
only take like 10 items with them.
Yeah, they'll start crying. Like it's like day 30, and they'll be breaking down, literally crying. Like I'm so alone, I'm so hungry, I'm
Yeah.
so cold. But I
And
really
some
need
of
the
them will
money."
like.
And you're like, oh my goodness. $500,000.
Yeah, some money.
So it's like literally like what will people do?
But they
for
have to do like wellness checks every now
What?
and then to make sure that they're okay. And some of them have to be pulled out because they're just so
thin
and
What if you
frail.
get if you're in second place?
Nothing.
A hug.
Nada.
After 60 plus
Fire
years.
and water.
A shelter
Yeah.
that's not made of leaves.
Shoes.
It's a good show. I get stuck into it.
I like Naked and Afraid.
Those are fun too because
those are fun too.
I just like naked people.
Do they have uncensored versions of that somewhere? Because they got the blur over all the good parts.
The blur is distracting sometimes because I'm what is he whittling?
Wait a minute.
You're like,
he's
whittle,
not
wait.
whittling.
That's not whittling wood.
He's got wood in his hand, but he ain't whittling.
He's not rubbing a stick together.
He's rubbing his stick.
TV tonight. TV tonight.
TV tonight. TV tonight.
Monday Night Football begins at 6:15 El Paso time. The Denver Broncos host the Cleveland Browns.
Hey.
The Voice tonight on NBC at 7.
Nice.
The series finale of Superman and Lois on the CW. Did you ever watch any of this? It's like they take Superman and they make him like it's just like a family drama because they got two twins. He's married to Lois. Have you ever seen it?
No, that's canon. I mean, that's part of some storylines where he does have kids already. So I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem with it. I just haven't seen it.
The threat he faces is Chase failing his driver's test or whatever.
No, it's not. Shut up.
The mid-season finale of 911.
But you got to think about it. How did he conceive? Because
it would probably just shot the top of her skull off.
Right. You've always heard. Didn't you always have that debate with your
he
friends?
is faster than a speeding bullet.
Right. I mean, this is a classic schoolyard debate.
Is it?
Yeah. Would Superman kill her? It's like, would a husky kill a chihuahua if it was trying to bang it?
I think they had a gag based on that in the movie Hancock, which was a halfway good movie. Like
they
half
did.
of it was a good movie, Hancock.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Where he's like a superhero.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's got he could kill anybody.
right.
Tonight on ABC.
Oh, so no, I haven't seen it.
They've got game shows at night, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
A lot of people
and
think
Press Your Luck Holiday Extravaganza.
if he had like a specially made kryptonite condom, there might be like a way to get like with that whole
Yeah,
perfect
but I've
hole in
I've seen the effect that kryptonite has on him. Be like trying to pick a lock with a wet herring.
I did not know this was a highly talked
Oh,
about.
it's very
topic.
debated in the higher education.
Tonight on Fox at 8 o'clock, TMZ's Merry Elfin Christmas. And Star Wars fans, there's a new series premiere on Disney Plus today, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. The main thing I noticed about it is that Jude Law is in it. 4 kids stumble across a hidden spaceship, then get lost in the galaxy and have to rely on a stranger, Jude Law, to help them get back. I see the trailer for this and I'm like, oh, this is just for kids. And then I realize, wait a minute, Star Wars is just for kids. It's just that I was a kid when it came out.
And
Right?
you have grown up alongside it.
Probably one of the biggest influences on my life has been the teachings of the Jedi. I want to tell you about the earworm solution, okay?
Please, before we have to talk about Superman.
Science has figured out how to get a song unstuck from your head.
Hell yeah.
There's an audio track that they've created called Earworm Eraser. It's 40 seconds, and if you listen to it, supposedly it gets any song unstuck from your head.
What words?
I've been singing "Liar" by Jelly Roll.
Yeah. I was going to say, what songs or words? Because
you ain't nothing but a liar. You heard that one, Joanna?
I have.
It's not just songs, though. I mean, an earworm could be the Mentos Fresh jingle. It could be anything, really, right?
As long as I think it has to be musical.
The SpongeBob SquarePants theme song.
Okay. So I'm going to play this for you.
Macarena.
Yeah, what else?
Like a Rock by Bob Seger.
Like a rock. And then they put it on like a Chevy commercial. So this Earworm Eraser changes tempos, musical styles, time signatures. Basically like a weird Beatles track. The Earworm Eraser can be found on YouTube. And do you want to hear what it sounds like?
I kind of want to hear an earworm and then see if it erases
let's see if we
it.
can get an earworm going.
Do you have Bob Seger's Like a Rock by any chance?
On such short notice?
I thought you had your Bob Seger button.
Take a minute here. Like a rock.
Oh, like a rock.
Well, if you've got any song, whether it's Bob Seger or not, stuck in your head, listen to this for 40 seconds and it'll knock it loose. The beginning of The Simpsons.
Buenos Hollywood cheese bags. Buenos Hollywood cheese bags. Buenos Hollywood cheese bags. Buenos tell us
I don't think I've ever fully
No, me
heard
either.
it. I just know the like a rock.
Stood there boldly, sweating in the sun. Felt like a million.
Now, are all of those people Bob Seger or
no? It's Bob in the middle.
It looks like all of them are Bob Seger with different hairstyles.
Like Leonard Skinner?
My walk had purpose.
That is the Silver Bullet Band, dudes.
Oh.
Bob Seger and the Silver
You're
Bullet.
going to make Nico's hernia pop out.
Oh, it's already popping.
Like a rock.
Oh, like a rock. That's all we know.
Good morning, Joanna.
Oh, good morning. Oh, right. I forgot we're doing this. Hey, good morning. How's it going?
I watched that Yacht Rock documentary.
How was it?
Stupid. But it did remind you of a bunch of songs.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
Also,
I've got some audio from it. Like Donald Fagen did not want to participate, so he just left him a message like he doesn't like the term yacht rock. Yeah.
It's really become a really great term to describe
that rock.
that rock.
Also, Capri in our app chat, thank you for your comment on Superman and Lois banging, saying they could do it under red sunlight, which is where he loses his powers.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
At sunset?
But,
No, a red sun because Superman.
Yeah,
he needs.
But if he loses his powers, does he also lose like
his erection?
Yeah.
No, he could probably be steel hard, but like not a man of steel.
Now I'm sucked into this stupid conversation.
Could Diana Prince
No, she
withstand?
could probably.
She
take
could
it.
go
Yeah.
full on raw dog with Superman and
She would-
survive.
She would live. Yeah.
I think they have stories about that too.
The stories Nico has read, they totally do it.
Oh yeah. I'm writing some of those.
On Wattpad. If you had plans to attend the Sick New World Festival in Las Vegas in April, you now have something in common with Linkin Park and more rock bands, a free day on your calendar. The festival has announced that it has been canceled due to unforeseen circumstances and that anyone who has bought a ticket through front gate tickets will be automatically refunded. And that might wind up being a decent amount of money because single-day tickets were selling for $450. I almost got on that payment plan for it. No official word on if the festival will move forward with another event, but the announcement did end up saying to stay tuned for further and future information regarding Sick New World. So there seems to be some hope.
Wait, Joanna, were you planning to go to this?
I wanted to go to Sick New World, yeah. It's just like a whole festival with all these bands, and one of my favorite bands.
Who?
Oh, the headlining one this year was Metallica.
Wow.
And they were going to have, I think, like Linkin Park with their new lead singer and stuff. But Orgy was also on that list. And I really always wanted to see Orgy.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted to see them.
I'm sure you have. We all have.
But
Not all of us can be friends with P. Diddy, though.
Yeah,
Aren't
true.
you happy, though, that you didn't get those tickets?
Yeah, because I was about to get on that payment plan for it.
You'd still be on it.
I could pay this off.
Yeah, well, like I could pay it off by April. Moana 2 debuted this holiday weekend and easily won the weekend box office, taking first place. For the regular 3-day weekend, Moana 2 made $135.5 million. But for the 5-day holiday weekend, it raked in at $221 million. In second place came, of course, the musical Wicked, which pulled in an extra $80 million in its second weekend. And in third place, Gladiator 2, which grabbed a solid $30.7 million over the regular weekend. Red 1 held on for another week, taking fourth place with $12.9 million over the weekend. And finally, the best Christmas pageant ever took fifth place over the weekend with $3.3 million. Didn't you see Red 1?
I did.
How was that?
Really stupid.
Oh, man.
Is J.K. Simmons like hurt for money right now, or
No, I think he knew it was going to make a ton of money, and he really got in shape for it.
He's like a buff Santa.
Yeah, he's like a buff old man now.
And who's protecting him? The Rock.
The Rock.
Rock. Anyway, speaking of The Rock and Moana, have you ever looked at The Rock and thought, what would he look like with even bigger muscles? We'll soon find out, as the actor has confirmed that he will be wearing a muscle-enlarging bodysuit for his portrayal of Maui in the upcoming live-action remake of Moana. Johnson made the reveal in a new interview with Extra, confirming online speculation that began after paparazzi photos of the Moana set were published. Responding to the question of whether he bulked up for the role or not, Johnson said, quote, "That's a suit that took a long time to put on, so I'm happy you said bulked up, because when you say you bulked up, that means you couldn't tell it was a suit." The live-action Moana was first announced last year and is expected to hit theaters in the summer of 2026.
What character does he play?
Maui.
Maui?
Yes.
Oh,
Maui.
Have you ever seen Moana?
I haven't.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but you've seen the character.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Like on pajamas or something, I'm sure.
Yeah. Paddington in Peru is no longer coming out in January. The movie has changed its release
bother.
date. Oh,
That's Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
I'm sorry. I'm getting my mythical fuzzy bears mixed up.
You're getting your bears mixed
Paddington says, "I'd like some marmalade."
up. Some marmalade. Yeah, exactly.
And he has the man with the yellow hat walking
No,
around
that's
places.
Curious George.
Okay, now
That's a monkey.
now you guys are just effing with me.
Well, Paddington in Peru is now expected to come out on February 14th. So if you're looking for a date idea and you know someone who really likes Paddington, this movie could be for you.
Paddington 2 is one of my daughter's favorite movies.
Paddington 2 is the best reviewed movie that surpassed Citizen Kane.
Really?
So, yeah, everyone's saying it's a great movie. Anyway, Paddington, the date change gives Paddington in Peru a chance to rake in some serious cash, as the release happens to be on a long weekend because President's Day is set for Monday, February 17th. Paddington in Peru has already debuted in the UK and broken records, becoming the biggest debut for a British film since 2021's No Time to Die. Director Sam Mendes is doing a series of 4 movies, each one centering on an individual member of the Beatles.
We got Ringo.
We possibly have a Ringo. It's rumored that Barry Keoghan has been tapped to play the band's drummer. How do you think about that?
The guy from Saltburn?
Yeah, him. If the rumors are true, one person who approves of the casting is Ringo himself. Starr told Entertainment Tonight that
I really loved his grave humping scene.
He says that he thinks it's great, and he believes that Barry is actually taking drum lessons. No official casting news has been released for any of the 4 movies at this point, so right now it's just speculation. And finally, there was only one joke in Deadpool and Wolverine that was cut by Disney, and a while back, director Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds had said that they would never reveal what the joke was. Well, today we know what it was, and I think we can guess why it was cut, because it had to do with Deadpool saying he felt like he was choking on a certain part of Mickey Mouse's anatomy.
Whoa.
In the final cut of the movie, Deadpool says, "Ugh, now Disney gets cheap. It's like Pinocchio jammed his face in my butt and started lying like crazy."
Wait, didn't he say that?
That's in that.
That is in the movie.
That's what made. Yeah, that's what made.
I thought that was a great line.
They're very
I remember
protective of the mouse.
Yeah.
The mouse. Don't mess with the mouse. But the original line in the script was, are we ready? Quote, "Disney is so cheap, I can barely breathe with all this Mickey Mouse wiener in my throat."
Did he not say?
Oh my goodness.
That was the original line that they had to change to the Pinocchio line. Disney was not cool with that, obviously, so Ryan replaced it with the Pinocchio joke, and that surprisingly did pass. Over the summer, director Sean Levy revealed that Pinocchio was the replacement line for a joke that got vetoed, but he claimed him and Ryan would take the original gag to their graves. But that's irrelevant now because the original script for Deadpool and Wolverine was posted online on a Disney website, so you can check it out. And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
6 World Series, 6 basketball seasons, 6 hockey playoffs, 6 football seasons, and just 1 tune-up after 160,000 kilometers. Vortec engines. One more reason to drive a Chevy truck.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
Visit Right Drive.
Only at Right Drive, the only way to drive.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
I was supposed to leave a door unlocked for the lady who's going to clean my house.
You mean your girlfriend?
No. I got a pro.
Oh, you did.
Do you need me to leave?
I need you to go open the door.
Oh, my God.
At your house?
Yes.
I could do that. Fine.
Go.
Now?
No, after this break.
Okay.
You mean to tell me
wait?
your girlfriend doesn't have the key to the house
It's not my girlfriend.
Oh.
I said I hired a professional.
Could your girlfriend go let her in?
Yeah, tell one of your girls. Or I guess just the one.
This all just unfolded
quickly
seconds before we went back. On the
Yeah. Try to describe what just happened, Nico.
I don't know. I kind of lost it.
I got a text. I'm at your
Buzz
house.
was like,
You forgot
oh,
to
yeah.
leave the door
Buzz
open.
gets the text and is like, where the hell is this damn
First it's going,
timing coming
now
from?
It's calling.
Hang on.
And then Buzz took a picture of himself.
Hey.
What?
I know. I messed up. Give me 15 minutes, or do you want to just do it next week?
I can be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Just wait there. I'm gonna send. I got my best man. Okay. All right. Bye. So go.
Go. Right now.
Oh my goodness. Mijo,
Like
yes.
5 minutes.
She's gonna be like a cleaning tornado,
Nice.
but not cheap.
Oh, yeah.
They never are.
They never
No,
are.
they used to be like $20.
They never are,
I think it used to
Clarice.
be $20.
Inflation, Buzz.
Inflation.
Yeah.
All right.
Cleaners have never been
The good ones, at least.
Actually,
it's
funny
because
enough,
Buzz
Buzz-
has been used to not paying. 'cause they
Ever
were
since
his
the
girlfriends.
crackdown on our border and our immigration
Oh, my
policies.
goodness. My family was talking about this, funny enough, over Thanksgiving.
Of course.
What were they talking about?
One of my aunts was like, "Oh, yes, they want $20 an hour," and I was like, "Oh my
No,
goodness."
the way you said it was like you knew Alberto wanted you to ask him.
What do you mean? You guys are talking about this.
Alberto's like, this is the topic we're talking
Don't
about.
just throw it out there without a follow-up, man. Sorry. Early voting starts today.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yes.
This is in the runoff election. So there are, I think, 5 different city council seats, and also the mayoral election is in
God,
runoff.
Renard's media, whoever their media strategist, I see his posters everywhere, and I see billboards for Renard. I haven't seen one for Brian.
Well, I see yard signs.
I'm talking about like big billboard
But like the
signs.
billboards,
Yeah.
I see a lot for Renard, yeah.
I don't think they could fit Brian's head onto one of those. They'd have to take out a 2 billboards.
That's a
next to
joke.
each other.
Brian would laugh at that
Yeah,
if he
Brian,
heard.
I think so. Renard won, although nobody won. Nobody got 50% of the vote. But he led 34% to 23%. There were so many candidates. in
Right,
the
there
field
were.
that
Yeah.
It was going to be really hard for anybody to get to 50%.
Yeah.
But that begins today, so all this week, you don't have to re-register. If you voted in November, you're good to go. And you don't have to vote in your precinct.
Right.
That's one of the great things
That is
about early
great.
voting.
All right.
You going to go?
Yeah.
Oh, go get
I'll take
Buzz's
off.
cleaning
Wait.
lady.
You got to take the garage door opener or you'll be stuck outside too.
Oh, I'll have to go into your car right now, aren't I? Okay. I'll just break it. I have my own key.
No, you don't.
Make sure you close his trunk this time.
That's because his fob has no discernible symbols on it. Which one? Tell me which one of these you would even press to figure out.
Buzz, why don't your keys have symbols on them?
Wear and tear.
So I push each one of them to see how to open the door, and it eventually opens
You
the
left
trunk.
the trunk open one time.
It's the one on top right, okay? Hey,
Tell him you love him.
Do you have beer at your house too?
no beer.
Boys,
All out of
tell
beer.
each other you love
Hey,
each other.
hey, come be back here in like 30 minutes, okay? All right, don't jack around.
Tell him you love him.
I don't do that. You talked about this. Did you say Moana 2 had the biggest 5-day opening of all time?
Yes.
Okay.
We talked about it.
One of the soap opera stars from my mom's soap opera passed away.
Oh,
Wayne
was she,
Northrup.
a Days of Our Lives person?
Yep. And he played the first Roman Brady.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
Never watched
I've
it.
never seen Days of Our Lives.
What did you watch? Genital Hospital?
I've seen that, yeah,
Have
but
you?
that wasn't a show; it was a movie. No, I think I watched something called Passions,
Oh my God. Yeah, that was like the modern 80s soap opera.
and it
that
was
like,
so
there's-
weird because there was like the guy who played the little Grinch was like a doll,
Oh my God.
but there was a witch, and she could talk to him.
He was like a doll that came to life and
But
somehow
only to
was
the witch.
but was somehow creepier than Chucky.
Yes,
And it was this dwarf. So I think he was like 20
Yeah.
years old when he was playing
I think he
the little
died
kid.
too. He played
He
like the
did.
little baby Grinch too.
Wayne Northrup played the first Roman Brady. So, when somebody leaves a show, they just brought him back with a different actor and said he had reconstructive plastic surgery until Wayne Northrup came back to Days of Our Lives. And then you found out that was all a ruse, that he was
That
the
was
real
his
Wayne
evil
Brady.
twin
Yes.
brother all along.
No, didn't look anything
There's
like him.
always a twin, evil
Didn't
twin.
look anything like him.
Oh,
God, my mom watched Days of Our Lives every
What?
single day. And this was before you could record it.
right. Yeah, you had to catch up on your stories, or else you'd miss something.
Well, so I would watch Days of Our Lives if I was
gonna
home
say,
because
So, did you watch any?
I didn't have any choice in the matter. If it was
It
on,
was just Days of Our Lives.
that's right.
Every day.
Every day? What time would it come on?
Jeez, I try to remember like 1, 12, 1, something like
Were
that.
you not in school? What happened?
on days when I wasn't in school.
Oh,
You know, if it was a sick day or a holiday, they'd
Hey,
still have
what
it.
did you watch on sick days? Just Days of Our Lives? No Price is Right? Or
Oh, if I was there by myself?
Yeah.
Oh, reruns.
Yeah.
Bonanza, Big Valley.
Bonanza.
The Courtship of Eddie's Father, whatever happened to be on.
Nice.
But she was committed to watching that. And the funny thing was, maybe I hadn't seen it in 3 months.
Uh-huh.
I could catch up on what was going on.
Oh, it catches you up so quickly.
In 5 minutes. I could watch 5 minutes of it and totally be caught up on who's what, because it moves so slow. Nothing
You're all like,
happens
this
in a
happened
hurry.
last time. Was her life changed when you guys got like a VCR and you were able to record them?
I don't know if she ever figured that out, but when you got into the DVR technology.
TiVo and all that?
Yeah, she could just set it for that. I don't think she was willing to go through the rigmarole of hooking up a VCR. Cyber Monday, everybody. A poll found that Cyber Monday might now be more popular than Black Friday.
Yeah,
It stands to
basically.
reason, right?
Yeah.
Because,
Because who wants to go out shopping?
yeah, who wants to go out at midnight on Thanksgiving night and line up when you can shop online?
Amazingly, I did see a lot of people lining up on Thanksgiving night for holiday deals for Black Friday. I didn't know people still did that.
Where were they lining up?
I don't know. FitFam posted it, and it was people. I think it was at like the El Remate places, where they already have like Black Friday deals all year long.
El Remate is
A Black
knockoff
Friday.
version of Black Friday. I mean,
Yeah.
that's hard to swallow. It's like, you know, you got Black Friday, but then you got
El Remate.
You got El Remate.
Do you guys get that feeling you're getting scammed during Black Friday? That it's not really a deal?
All the time.
You know what I mean? And I know Buzz, I don't know if Buzz gets this feeling, but I get that feeling that it's like, I look at the price, I'm like, this doesn't really feel like
Well, they
that
put a
good of
price
deal.
next to it to make you think, and I just like,
yeah, and you're like, wow, what a deal.
Yeah, and I'm like, but this,
but
all
they
this
might have
red.
just made up that first number.
True. Exactly. I like sometimes when they don't change it and it's like you see the price underneath, it's the same price as the deal.
And you're like,
well, that's
they're
not
really
a deal at
giving
all.
Guy, I can't believe I closed the garage door. No, but I had left her a note, and
everything.
Yeah, I put a money. You know, I did everything, and then I get in my car, and like a somebody with a brain injury, I just
like,
closed the door.
Senor Mr. Buzz.
No.
She called you
No,
like that?
no. Fluent, 100%
Oh.
English.
A Buzz.
I'm locked. Yeah,
I'm
you
locked
me
out.
There was a brawl after the Ohio State-Michigan game in which Michigan upset number 2 Ohio State. And the result was police pepper sprayed some of the Michigan players right there on the field.
Yeah, I mean, how do you break up a fight that big? You just got to start pepper spraying.
Right.
There's so many on that field fighting that you just can't pinpoint, where do I start?
So what had happened was Michigan, you know, very pumped up, knocking off their rivals.
Mm-hmm. Number 2 ranked in the nation.
Number 2 ranked team in the country. Michigan really got to play spoiler for them.
Yep.
And then one of the Wolverines grabbed a Michigan flag and planted it Baker Mayfield style on the logo on the 50-yard line. And I guess none of the players, when Baker Mayfield did it, no, that was 7 years ago. None of the players were the same players.
No,
The
yeah, that was a
coaching
while ago.
might have been there, but they were not having it, and they went out and took the flag down, and then chaos ensued. So check this out.
Field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to him. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field.
This is my favorite part of sports when something extracurricular is going on, like a fight,
Yeah.
or the fans storming the field. Both schools have been fined $100,000 by the Big Ten.
Damn.
Yeah. The reason some of the Ohio State guys, obviously, they feel you lose a rivalry game, obviously, but also some of these guys are seniors and they've been beat 4 years in a row already. So they've come back for their 4th year just to get beat by Michigan again. And they have that feeling where it's like, well, we're number 2 ranked in the nation.
Why can't we beat these?
Yeah, like
freaking
this is our
Wolverines?
year. And then you get beat at home and then they plant the flag. Well, They were like, it's only right we have to do this.
Start throwing hands.
Yeah, but it was a theme. It was a theme all over college football. I know I had a caller about it. So we had the Florida State-Florida game also end in a brawl. And then there was the ASU-Arizona game. That was also kind of got chirpy at the end. And the NC State-UNC game. All those games featured some fights at the end.
Well, it was also rivalry week for I-10. UTEP beat New Mexico State.
Miners.
42-35, the final from Las Cruces. So the Miners are going to wrap up their season with 3 wins. And the last one, I guess pretty sweet, beating the Aggies. I don't know if anybody got in a fight over that.
Thankfully not.
I'm sure it would have just been like a harshly worded letter. We're not talking about Michigan, Ohio State here.
And we return to the college football action where nobody cares about the football action.
That's right. It's all about the flag planting celebration. And a student from the winning team is at the 30. He's at the 20.
He's being chased by security and police and students from the losing team. And he's at the 10. He's in the end zone, and he's planted the flag.
Oh, and he's been tackled by campus security.
He holds the school record for most consecutive games being pepper sprayed. Let's see if he can keep the streak going.
He's done it. 24 straight games being pepper sprayed. Oh, and he's being zip-tied, too. This certainly is action-packed, Jimmy.
More hot post-game fight action coming up.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Nestled on shelf.
Delivery available and the lowest prices for over 30 years only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly. B21.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
It is December the 2nd, brand new month for us. In fact, I thought it was the 1st. Why did I think November had 31 days?
I don't know.
30 days hath September, April, June, and November. Yeah, it's got 30. All right.
Yeah.
You want to check out some of the stuff going on in December?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we've got a rundown. Joanna's going to have the news coming up shortly. Welcome back, everybody, from Thanksgiving break. In sports, college football's bowl games start this month. The first bowl game of the year is on the 14th. Also, a lot of NFL and NHL action, of course.
Oh.
And the second annual NBA Cup tournament runs through December 17th. What is that?
The what?
What is the NBA Cup? Do they have some kind of like in-season tournament?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking Alberto, but I don't think he's paying attention.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Here are some of the movies that are coming out in theaters this month. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and the live-action prequel Mufasa, The Lion King. Both of those open December 20th. On Christmas Day, Nosferatu with Bill Skarsgård.
Looks good.
Also Christmas Day, Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman.
Oh, Nika was just asking us about that one.
And A Complete Unknown, in which Timothée Chalamet, or Timothée, plays Bob Dylan. Timothée. On TV, there are a lot of holiday specials coming up. Let's just peruse quickly. The National Christmas Tree Lighting is December 20th. Plus, Jamie Foxx's new stand-up special is going to be on Netflix a week from Tuesday. The Billboard Music Awards are next Thursday. Season 2 of the Squid Game is going to be on TV, Joanna, the day after Christmas.
Oh, convenient.
You in for that?
Yeah, I am.
And finally, the holidays. Hanukkah starts on Christmas this year. It's about time those synced up. Hanukkah starts on the 25th. Christmas, of course, the 25th. And Kwanzaa starts December 26th. I have still yet to meet anybody who does Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
I guess it's real. I mean, I've been hearing about
What
it.
do you mean you guess it's real?
I just don't know anybody who's like, oh, we observe
Just
Kwanzaa.
because you don't know anybody that does it doesn't mean they aren't out there.
Well, I know that. I wasn't implying otherwise.
Were you?
Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. Ugly Sweater Day on the 15th. You going to bring your ugly sweater back out?
Yeah, I'll bring it.
The Halloween one I'm talking. No, I'm just kidding.
It'd be funny if I did wear a Halloween one for Christmas ugly sweater.
Didn't you and Nico wear ugly sweaters for the
We did for the
kickoff of the downtown ice rink?
We did.
First day of winter is December 21st. And New Year's Eve is the 31st. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, doesn't it?
That happens every year, I think.
If you're looking for Christmas specials, here's everything streaming, okay?
Okay.
Joanna, you got to see A Christmas Story. Have you seen A Christmas Story?
Yes.
Oh, it's not you.
Nico.
It's Nico who hasn't seen A Christmas
Who
Story.
also is like, I will never watch it.
Is that
That's
the one?
like A Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's the one with the nightmare of or the ghost of Christmas Past.
No. You'll shoot your eye out.
That's the one where he wants a BB gun, and they tell him, no,
he
you'll
wants
shoot
a
your eye out.
Red Ryder BB gun. You never seen that, Alberto?
I might have never seen it.
It's on Max.
Alberto's young, so.
Let me look that up.
That's a great one. Put that in my top 3.
Hell
top 5.
yeah.
Top 5 for sure.
Hell
Christmas
yeah.
Story. I never cared for this one, but Bad Santa is available on Paramount Plus this month.
Cool.
And Elf is on Max. That one has worked its way into my top
Amazing. I love
4 or
it.
5.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Scrooged is on Paramount Plus this year. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on Max. I don't mean to be jumping around like this.
My mom has just been watching that one and Christmas with the Cranks nonstop these last 4 days. Christmas with the Cranks is one of my favorites, actually.
There's who's in that?
Jamie Lee Curtis, Tim Allen. They decide to cancel Christmas and instead go on a cruise because their daughter went away to, I don't know, Argentina or something for work study. And then she decides to come back for the holidays. So at the last minute, they're scrambling to get together their iconic Halloween Christmas party.
They got a list of 20. Christmas with the Cranks not on their list.
Erroneous.
Love Actually is on Prime Video.
You love that one.
I do. And last year, I was like, I'm going to show my mom Love Actually because, there's nothing real bad in there. But I'd forgotten about the running gag where Martin Freeman is like the stand-in on a porno set and they're simulating
doing, like,
all
the
this.
Skinamax
And I was
things.
like, oh, man, I totally forgot that subplot.
No. What happened when those scenes came up?
I remembered before we got to it.
Were you just like mortified?
Yeah. Let's don't watch this after all. Yeah, you don't like watching sex scenes.
With your parents?
I
It's so
certainly don't.
weird.
Home Alone is going to be on Disney Plus. That's way up there on my list.
That
too.
is a movie that is on repeat in my house. Yesterday, my nephew's like, so is it about time that we watch Home Alone for the 80th billionth time?
If you have Apple TV Plus, you can watch A Charlie Brown Christmas anytime you want to from 1965. And speaking of Tim Allen, The Santa Claus is on Disney Plus. That one with J.K. Simmons and The Rock, Red One, has a lot of similarities with the Santa Claus.
Oh, really?
Peacock has How the Grinch Stole Christmas and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Joanna is on Disney Plus. How about you watch that if Nico agrees to watch A Christmas Story?
At this point, I'm like Nico. I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna see it. Every year, I have people who check in with me and they're like, have you seen A Nightmare Before Christmas? And my answer is still no. I think I've seen the first 5 minutes.
What do you have against Nightmare? Oh, Tim Burton. He didn't direct it.
I know he didn't. No, it's not that. It's just that it never really got my attention.
Boy, it just seems to really
That's what
check all
everybody
your
says,
boxes.
right? And I just never got around to watching it. And at this point, I haven't seen it. So am I missing out, really?
I don't know.
I don't think I am.
Nightmare Before Christmas does not make my top
See?
20. But
I probably should.
I mean, did you like Coraline?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, I did.
Frankenweenie?
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, you're going to like it. You
Everyone
definitely
tells
like
me
it.
I'm going to like it.
Well, tonight's meal should probably be the last one if you're eating Thanksgiving leftovers. That's according to the USDA and the website foodsafety.gov. It has been 4 days since Thanksgiving, so technically today's the last day to eat your leftovers before they go bad.
Oof. Eat that turkey.
Some people might like to live dangerously or just hate to see food go to waste, but experts do not recommend eating any of your main dishes or sides. According to the USDA, turkey, stuffing, potatoes, sweet potatoes, green beans, gravy, pumpkin pie can all be safely stored in a refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. After that, might be going bad. I've been eating leftover turkey in years past.
Yeah?
10 days.
10 days.
10 days after
Well, they say like that's a suggestion, but make sure you do the smell test. If it smells a little weird, don't eat it. If it looks a little weird, don't eat it.
If you hate
if
to
it's slimy, don't eat it.
If you hate to waste food, the way I do, I mean, it is one of my big. I just hate to see food get thrown.
You
out.
really do.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You can put those leftovers up in the freezer, but you better do it right away if you haven't. Get them up there ASAP.
Yeah.
There's one Thanksgiving staple that will survive in the fridge a little longer, though. The USDA says homemade cranberry sauce lasts a week to 10 days.
Oh my God.
A lot of people might scoff at the 4-day warning, and I am one of them. But the experts say the smell test is not 100% reliable because Thanksgiving dishes spoil faster than other leftovers. Because, do you know why?
Why?
Because the food had set out for so long on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, right.
It had been in the danger zone. Don't push anything with meat and dairy, which is, for Thanksgiving, pretty much everything unless you're a vegan. But today is the final day to get rid, either eat them or throw them out, all the Thanksgiving leftovers.
We had a great big bird for Thanksgiving feasting. The holiday's over. What are you still eating? The turkey left over. There's lots left over. There's turkey left over. Ain't ready for the trash barrel yet. It was a 22-pounder with a lot of meat on it. It's still in your fridge, you're still eating it, doggone it. Turkey left over. Thanksgiving's way over. There's turkey left over. Ain't ready for the trash barrel yet. There's turkey left over. It ain't ready for the trash barrel yet.
El Paso weather today, nice compared to the rest of the country, most of the rest of the country anyway. Sunny today, near 70 for a high temperature. We're going to see a little chance of rain throughout the week, but nothing more than 10% each day. And all clear, sunny today, no rain in the forecast today. 68 for today's high temperature. And coming up, Joanna Barba has our news headlines on the way.
Did the world need a hot Santa? No, but thank God we did, because Target is setting a holiday thirst trap with its new ads featuring a hunky Santa. I'll let you know what the internet is calling him next in news.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday on
the USA to network, only with AT&T. Visit att.com/one network for details.
Oh, guess who this is?
Buzz Adams and the KLAQ Morning Show.
You must be the greatest radio show host ever.
Buzz is back.
Joanna has our news headlines coming up here in just a second. I have sent Nico off on an errand.
He's on a side quest right now.
I got a couple of phone calls off the neckline. Remember, you can call and leave a message for us during the show, after the show, middle of the night, doesn't matter. Call the NEC line. That number is 844-805-NEC, 844-805-6325 to leave us a message.
Yo. Woo! Dallas Cowboys won. Definitely enjoying my turkey. Not that great, but I'm a little sicky poo, but the woos are coming in. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes. And the UTEP Mineros football team definitely woo! We got that trophy back. Yeah. And the women's volleyball team, they did it too.
You can tell he's a little off his game, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't know
now
what
he's
to
a little sick.
Definitely a good weekend to enjoy. Woo!
Woo! Oh, my.
We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Yeah.
Right.
Take care of that cough, Calvin.
Get the Dallas Cowboy. Dallas Cowboy. Hey.
Dallas Cowboys.
Even sick, he's giving us our calls on Monday morning.
Yeah.
So respectful.
Cowboy football.
Hey, Buzz. Hey, Nico. Hey, Joanna. Nico.
Hi.
Hey, Alberto. I just wanted to say happy Monday. I'm listening to you guys on my way to school.
Oh.
Real one.
All right, bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Go to school. Make good decisions.
Did you get a name drop there?
I did.
Alberto.
I'm crying.
We've got a true crime report that's coming up later, but it's time for news headlines with Joanna Barber first.
Wake up, fool! Wow!
Today is Monday.
TGIM. And with your news headlines, here's Joanna Barber. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. Despite spending months denying that he would do so, last night President Joe Biden issued a full and unconditional pardon for his son, Hunter. The president's son was convicted in Delaware federal court in June on 3 felony gun charges dating back to 2018 and pleaded guilty in September to misdemeanor and felony charges connected to tax evasion. Hunter said he pled guilty to spare his family more pain and embarrassment. The tax charges carried up to 17 years in prison, and the gun charges were punishable by up to 25 years in prison. In a statement the president issued along with the pardon, he said, quote, "From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word even as I watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision."
Got some the audio of what Joe Biden has been saying all this year and
for months. Yeah.
I'm proud of my son, Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know. And I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I'd abide by the jury decision. And I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
All right. That's what he'd been saying. That's what his top advisors have been saying.
Do you think he was just kind of like, F it, I'm out of the White House?
Yeah. My dad said he'd pardon me too. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested what like people who voted for Harris. What do you think of this?
Comments, yeah.
Yeah, what are your comments? I know what the MAGA people are going to say.
Oh, they are losing it.
Yeah. They have very limited self-awareness. Fine.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because in a Truth Social post on Sunday night, Trump suggested that Biden should have pardoned January 6 protesters as well, and wrote, quote, "Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the January 6 hostages who have now been imprisoned for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice."
He keeps calling them hostages, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He was watching TV that day, right?
I think he was. Yeah.
That was a violent insurrection against the U.S. government.
It was a beautiful day in American history.
Hunter's just kind of a slime ball. Joe Biden's biggest failure is that he refuses to see that.
Well, Biden's not the only one who has pardoned someone. Trump pardoned his
brother Roger.
Oh,
no, excuse me.
That's Clinton. Clinton pardoned, his
for some old cocaine charges,
Trump
I think.
pardoned his son-in-law's father, who he has now appointed as ambassador to France. So, Anyway, the nominations continue to come from President-elect Donald Trump. On Saturday, Trump announced he was nominating Kash Patel to serve as the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, replacing current director Christopher Wray. FBI directors usually serve 10-year terms, but Wray won't complete those 10 years in the position until 2027. The practice was put into place after Watergate to help ensure that there's no appearance of the FBI serving the political interests of a specific president.
Well, I guess that tradition is going to go unhonored.
Things go out the window, you know? With e-cigarettes and flavored vapes booming in popularity, the Supreme Court will examine whether the Food and Drug Administration unlawfully blocked the marketing and sale of more than 1 million new sweet and candy-flavored nicotine products in recent years. The case comes as kid-friendly flavors such as fruit, candy, mint, and desserts, which are not approved by the FDA and are on the market illegally, have been fueling an explosion in retail sales of e-cigarettes. While vaping among youth is declining, more than 1.6 million children use the products, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Nearly 90% of them consume illicit flavored brands. Two manufacturers of flavored nicotine-laced e-liquids, such as Jimmy the Juice Man Peach Strawberry and Iced Pineapple Express, sued the FDA after their product applications were rejected.
I could see, like, kids taking up smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because they make you look cool.
Yep.
Do they? Yeah.
But a flavored battery pack?
Yeah.
A flavored battery pack. God, it looks
like you're sucking on a guitar tuner.
So, I don't know why, but it just looks so obnoxious that they have like this huge box
rig. They call it a rig. Did you know
is
that?
it?
Yeah.
I don't know the terms. But
like
it
committed
just
vapors call it a rig.
It looks like, look at this mouse. I'm about to smoke from it.
Yeah.
And it just looks so, I don't know.
Get a cigarette. James Dean smokes cigarettes.
James Dean is cool. Well, the Supreme Court will hear on that this morning. The season of spending officially began last week, and it's a big one online. According to Adobe Analytics, Black Friday online shopping alone reached a new high of $10.8 billion. For perspective, 7 years ago, online sales on Black Friday were just over $5 billion. It wasn't just Friday that saw massive sales. A record $6.1 billion was spent online on Thanksgiving Day itself. The major driver of sales on Black Friday, according to Adobe, toys, which were up 622% over an average day earlier this fall. Remember that whole craze with the Tickle Me Elmos? It's that, but online now. Sales of jewelry were also up by 561%, appliances by 476%, apparel by 374%, and electronics by 334%. Over half of the online sales on Black Friday happened on a phone.
I guess there's some people just like to go line up the day before Black Friday, Thanksgiving Day.
Evening, lining up at stores. Some people want to hold on to that tradition. Why do you have the turkey drop ready?
Oh, I just
He loves it.
saw the story about the lady in Alaska who drops frozen turkeys to these people who are remote.
Yeah.
The poor people who were going to have to split a squirrel 3 ways.
If you love Costco right now, you have a chance to turn that passion into $2,500. OnlineCasinos.com is offering 2 lucky Costco fans a chance to score $1,500 in Costco shop cards to load up on Kirkland signature goodies and live on them for an entire week. You'll need to share your adventures, good, bad, and surprising, on social media as you try out everything from food and clothing to cleaning supplies and bed sheets. At the end of the challenge, you'll pocket another $1,000, and they'll even pick up the tab on a 1-year Costco executive membership, which is currently $130.
Can I put out a shopping guide for Christmas?
Yeah, you should.
Don't get the Kirkland golf balls.
No.
From
not? Why
Costco.
not?
They go about 10 to 15 yards shorter than regular golf balls.
I need to go further, not shorter, for sure.
Everyone should strive to go further.
I usually get some of those golf balls,
Uh-huh.
and I don't have the heart to say these.
Oh, you
these
get them as
suck.
gifts.
Yeah, like from I told my immediate family, these balls
Don't
suck.
get me those. You heard it here, folks. Don't get the
Don't
golf
get
balls
the
from
Kirkland
Kirkland.
balls.
They are not they will not go as far as you want them to.
Sure won't.
The North Pole is turning up the heat this Christmas. Target rolled out a hunky new take on Santa Claus in a recent set of holiday commercials depicting the infamous Jolly Man as a low-key employee at the popular store. The role of Chris K is played by model and actor Brent Bailey. The character has Santa's signature gray hair and beard, but in an overall youthful appearance. The store introduced the world to Daddy Claus, as the internet is calling him, and said, quote, "Meet Chris, our newest Target team member. He loves the holidays as much as the next guy. Actually, way more than anyone knows. But hey, that's not important. What is that shiny red Bronco and perfectly coiffed beard." Look at that hot Santa. Viewers on social media are going wild over the attractive Santa. One person wrote on X, "Target has the hottest Santa I've ever seen in these commercials."
He almost looks like a Jason Momoa Santa.
Hell yeah.
You like this?
Oh, yeah, that's a good looking Santa.
Could you make Santa come more than once a year?
I hope so. Okay. One fan even joked, "No wonder that kid caught mommy kissing Santa Claus." The campaign launched on November 17th and will feature a total of 9 commercials, according to Target.
They were more than kissing.
And finally, many of us have felt it, and now it's official. Brain rot is the Oxford Dictionary's word of the year. Oxford University Press said Monday that the evocative phrase gained new prominence in 2024, with its frequency of use increasing 230% from the year before. Oxford defines brain rot as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as the result of overconsumption of material, now particularly online content, considered to be trivial or unchallenging.
My mom told me all kinds of stuff would rot my brain.
Oh, yeah.
Television. Comic books.
Devil music.
Newspapers too, or no?
Ripley's Believe It or Not books.
Those are full of nonsense, but...
The word of the year is intended to be a word or expression that reflects a defining theme from the past 12 months.
Brain rot.
Brain rot was chosen by a combination of public vote and language analysis by Oxford lexicographers. Lexicographers.
Whoa.
It beat 5.
I thought you were trying to say some dude's name.
No. Well, brain rot beat out 5 other finalists: demure, slop, dynamic pricing, romanticy, and lore. Well, they made
lore.
Lore.
L-O-R-E.
L-O-R-E. Romanticy
I think
and
that
lore.
one's already in the dictionary, though.
I think so. Romanticy is a new one, though.
What is romanticy?
I have no idea.
Romance.
I guess a romance and a fantasy.
So like Bridgerton?
Bridgerton, probably. Well, it may seem a modern phenomenon. The first recorded use of brain rot was by Henry David Thoreau in his 1854 ode to the natural world, Walden.
Wow.
Yeah. 1854. Oxford
HDT dropping the brain rot back then, huh?
Oxford Languages president Caspar Grathwohl said that in its modern sense, brain rot speaks to one of the perceived dangers of virtual life and how we are using our free time. So scrolling through all them Instagram reels, brain rot.
How about playing Royal Match for 6 hours on the day after Thanksgiving?
6 hours, Buzz. Mm-hmm. Brain rot right there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is it reversible?
I don't know. I think so. It could be. Yeah. Read a book or something. With your news, I'm Joanna Barba.
I actually would be interested if if you're Democrat, what do you think about Biden pardoning Hunter?
Yeah.
Also, I think Biden has a big blind spot when it comes. Hunter seems like the type of kid that never heard no.
Oh, Hunter definitely seems like that bratty kid.
You're right. Who was always getting in trouble. He's a good boy.
You're a good boy, Hunter.
You're a good boy. I mean, other than the crack cocaine and
he's very proud of him.
And trading on my
the
name.
hookers and the cocaine.
So after spending all of this year saying that he would not pardon his son Hunter, well, guess
it
what?
happened.
It happened.
Hi, this is the President, Joe Biden. Oh, hit the microphone. Pardon me. I hereby pardon someone. I know his name. Don't tell me. For the thing he didn't do.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
No questions. Hey, Hey, man. Good God. What's wrong with you people?
music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock. Oh,
Requires eligible plan coverage and other restrictions apply. Visit att.com/onenetwork for details.
live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show, courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Nico's back. Nico had to go on special assignment today.
Special assignment.
You went on a side quest.
Yeah.
Everything work out okay?
Yeah. Apparently there's traffic in the morning here.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about working as early as we do. You don't have to deal with traffic.
You don't see it. But it takes a lot longer to get around.
Right as like 5 minutes before you walked in, I hear Buzz calling you on the phone.
And then did he go,
I don't know what he did afterward. I was
a-hole.
like, Nico.
oh, because I ignored it. Because I was like right there. I was like pulling into the parking lot. I was getting my Jack in the Box.
Did you bring enough for everybody?
Of course not.
No, he didn't.
Alberto's very upset about it,
No,
by the
he
way.
always is. He thinks that I think about him like when I go get food, and I don't even think about where I'm going to go before I go
Nico
get it.
doesn't even think about any of us.
Folks.
So
It's about the principle.
What principle? What?
Nico has no principles.
What do you mean? It's just that I don't think about getting Alberto food when I get myself food.
And the thing is, like, we have this conversation every single time he comes with food.
It sounds like he's unwilling to get you food.
It is. And I've already told him, it's like, I'll give you the money.
Dude, I don't
Look how
think
skinny he is.
I don't think about where I'm going to go. I just go and get it.
He just suddenly decides, oh, I'm going to get some J and the B.
Yeah.
It's always J and the B. Dude's acting like there's variety in his selections.
No, sometimes I get my burritos.
Hey, Nico, I just came across a kind of a human interest story that might interest you.
Okay.
CNN did a big story on a subreddit that might be the nicest place on the internet. Everybody's supportive. It's a real positive vibe.
Oh.
It's called Bald Reddit. And the CNN story said it might be the nicest place on the entire internet. Guys post photos and ask if it's time to just buzz their head.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of before and after shots.
Yeah.
The whole vibe is very supportive. So
That's cool. I'm actually looking at one called Fat Reddit. No, I'm sorry, Obese Reddit.
Really?
And it
well,
looks
at
like
least
a very...
at least it's not morbidly obese.
It
Reddit.
looks like a very supportive community for you.
So dumb.
It says, the first person says, my sedentary obesity stemmed from unhealed trauma. Buzz, what did your sedentary obesity stem from?
My goodness, what's happening?
Gosh. Probably just like being too tired to exercise and consumer culture, just eating fast food all the time.
Yeah,
never drinking water.
Fight Club.
The water thing, is alarming.
I'm sure
actually.
the water thing is part of it.
Well, I get plenty of water because beer and Dr. Pepper has water in it.
Sure,
So
okay.
I get plenty of water.
Don't that make you pee, too? You're probably peeing more water than you are drinking water.
You pee, so.
Buzz, you need water, my love.
Here's a...
You are like a fragile plant.
Oh,
Buzz,
also,
Buzz, if you were on alone, you would die because you're not drinking water, man. That's day one stuff, man.
I think I have pretty good survival instinct, though. If I was on alone,
You
you'd
eat
see me.
trash
I
cake.
do. It finds me some roadkill.
What would you do in the forest?
He'd find some limp nits and eat them.
Some what?
Limp nits. They're these like little like clams kind of deal.
Limp nets?
Yes.
Sounds like limp nuts.
You would have to live off of like foraging berries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, before I tell you this story
Doesn't
about
even
it,
like fruit.
Also, I found the subreddit where they talk about... I'm not going to be a...
is it the OCD or the short attention span Reddit for Alberto?
I need that, please.
No, it's actually how to get Lois pregnant by Superman's baby. It's an entire subreddit.
Oh my goodness.
This topic's come back again.
I am now invested in this
Yeah.
because
How do you do it
he
without-
would kill her, you
Right,
guys.
it would just shoot out of the top of her head.
Not to mention-
obviously a fatal blow.
Not to mention little Superman babies coming out of her. That would kill her too.
One big argument is they're not the same species, so it would be like donkeys and horses trying to make babies. You get a mule, and it would be
It would be ugly.
and impotent. They're like they couldn't do it.
Hey, do you have any thoughts on Biden pardoning Hunter?
Yeah. Way to go.
Yeah.
It's anarchy. No rules. Nobody needs to pretend anymore that they're a good person or they care about values.
Yeah, F it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
But he spent months telling us he wasn't going to pardon.
Yeah, who cares?
Hunter Biden.
Who cares? If hypocrite is the thing that you're worried about being the most in today's age, that seems like small peanuts to be a hypocrite.
There is video of a guy at an amusement park in Arizona, and I don't know if this just happened, but I guess in Arizona they probably have theme parks open.
Yeah, sure.
The guy jumps off the roller coaster right as
my
it was
God.
cresting the hill before the big,
On purpose?
Why would he do that?
Yeah, well,
Oh my goodness.
he said his lap bar had released, and he was afraid that if he went down the drop, he wasn't secure, so he jumped out.
What? That seems like the last option you'd want.
Yeah. He didn't grab
Jumping
on. He
out
said,
of a
"Let's jump."
moving roller coaster doesn't sound smart. In fact, he gets kind of indignant about it, almost to the point where it's like, you're worried about getting a lifetime ban from this park, aren't you? Do you want to see the dramatic video?
I do. Absolutely.
This was at Castles and Coasters, which I guess is a theme park they've got in Arizona. It's probably still like 110 in Arizona, isn't it?
Oh, God, maybe.
He didn't want to show his identity, but describes the terrifying moment when he says his lap bar unlocked.
I heard a click noise that was different from the chain taking us up the hill. And I checked my lap bar, and it released.
This video shows the moment he stood up in his seat and jumped out onto the emergency staircase with just seconds to spare. He believes he could have been killed if it wasn't for his quick thinking.
It could have been one of the 11-year-olds. It could have been somebody younger. It could have been somebody older, not as agile, right?
He says the manager offered him a refund and took a report, but feels like his concerns were not heard. Here in Arizona, the state does not oversee regulations of amusement park rides, but requires rides to be inspected at least once a year.
All right.
So he thought he couldn't go through with the rest of the ride because of the lap bar.
Right.
Well, he was especially afraid of that last
loop,
drop.
Yeah.
So he jumped at the
So do you
highest
think-
So he jumped into the emergency.
Yeah. Well, I saw him stand up. It looked like he was doing a aerial gymnastics or something.
I wonder if he's like kind of an overweight guy, because sometimes it will go all the way down. I've heard from some of my hefty friends.
Was this on the subreddit?
No. And they'll tell you, you got to do the walk of shame off of the roller coaster. Like if it won't lock all the way.
That's happened before.
Do you think he was smart to do what he did?
No.
I don't know.
Wasn't it
I
the
mean,
highest point?
Yeah, maybe.
it seems like if your lap bar didn't lock, it's supposed to stay locked until
Yeah.
they disable it. So something tells me it didn't lock in the first place.
Yeah, he did some quick thinking there before he
I
even...
think there's at least some chance that this guy might have been carrying a few extra pounds.
Uh-huh.
And when he saw it wasn't going to make it, he just sucked in his gut and didn't get it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Don't they usually make sure, like, you got to hear
they go
the
and
click?
they go over there and do that. But come on,
I mean, when you're working
a
with
few's got to sneak through every now and
yeah,
then,
when you're
right?
working with carnies. I'm not lying. One ride I took at Knott's Berry Farm when I was probably 7, 8, 9. I was probably too small to be on the ride, but I think my uncle was
Did
able
you stand
to.
on your tippy toes?
I think I did that kind of thing, and I was too small, and the lock mechanism did not lock on me fully.
Oh.
So I was able to slip. So I held on to that bar for like dear life. The
You
entire
were
time.
afraid you were going to go flying
Oh
out
yeah,
of
I
there?
was not secured whatsoever. I was just like I wrapped my arms around the bar, But I wonder how that must happen more often than not.
Oh, not more often than not. I'm sure that occasionally, the bar is engaged, and then maybe somebody fakes. The rules are there for a reason, people. You going to watch the new Star Wars series starring Jude Law on Disney Plus?
You going to watch it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm kind of committed at this point. I even watched the one with the
Ahsoka.
No, the one that came on since then.
Oh,
it's got Manny Jacinto in it, or Jacinto. What the hell was that called? It was bad.
Oh, great.
And they canceled it after one season.
Yeah, with the two girls.
Yeah, right. Series premiere tonight or today.
We sound probably so stupid. Like
Acolyte.
The Acolyte. Thank you.
God.
What an impression it made on me, huh?
That was gonna bug me.
This stars Jude Law, and it's a live action.
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew is what it's called.
I could see him being a Jedi.
I think I saw a trailer on Disney Plus for it, and I think he's faking that he's a Jedi.
Oh.
Okay.
He almost looks like a Ewan McGregor.
Okay. I hadn't drawn that comparison, but I guess he could. I mean, Jedi can look like, and one guy was an octopus head Jedi. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's son and Martin Lawrence's daughter are engaged.
Isn't that crazy?
And you'd think, oh, well, did they meet each other when they were kids on the set of Life or something?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't meet through that connection. Eric is Eddie Murphy's son, and Jasmine is Martin Lawrence's daughter.
Hey, girl, you're fine. Do you like comedy? Because I could tell you about my dad. Well, I could tell you about my dad. Really? Who's your dad? Martin Lawrence.
They got engaged after dating since 2021. And the funny thing is, they didn't meet because their dads had been in movies together. Rather, it was through Jasmine's uncle.
Charlie Murphy.
No, that Jasmine is Martin Lawrence's daughter. So Eddie and Martin have done 2 movies together, Boomerang and Life. I thought Life was a good movie, but it does not have a very high Rotten Tomatoes score.
I don't even remember it.
They go to prison. They spend like 80 years in prison. You never saw Life?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I saw it recently, actually.
Hey, Nico, if Joanna was willing to watch Nightmare Before Christmas, would you watch A Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I said no, too.
Yeah,
I'm not
you know
gonna
what?
do it.
Honestly, if she does, because we've been trying to get her to watch it for years now,
I'm not going to do it.
I would watch A Christmas Story.
You would watch it?
I would watch the full thing because I've seen it in parts. But come on, you got to give a Nightmare Before Christmas a chance.
You got to give A Christmas Story a chance.
I've at least tried it, though.
I've tried it, too. I would get like 5 minutes in, and then I stop.
You tried it?
He's up for the challenge. Alberto does not even know what A Christmas Story is.
Or what a Red Ryder BB gun is.
See, I'm with Alberto on this one.
See? I don't have to watch A Nightmare Before Christmas.
You know what, Alberto? You can have my other sandwich.
In the heat of battle, my father wove a tapestry of obscenity that, as far as we know, is still hanging in space over Lake Michigan.
Hello, I'm Ralphie.
Yes.
Here you go. This is a song about the movie, A Christmas Story.
My name is Ralphie Parker, and this here is my song. Christmas is just days away. I've waited all year long. I've narrowed down my wishes down to only one. You know the one. Yeah, I finally want to own my own Red Ryder BB gun. You can sing with me if you want. One day while on the playground, a group of friends of mine, they dared my buddy Flick to put his honor on the line. Put your tongue on that flagpole. Oh yeah, a triple dog dare. Way up there. Well, my buddy Flick did it, and I think he's still stuck there.
Jeez, it's the fire department. Jeez, it's the cops.
Now, Santa, can't you hear me? Now, Santa, don't you care? Did you see that bunny suit that my mother made me wear?
Yeah, like Nico.
My old man got a package, one that really made his day. In every way, it was his very own leg lamp, shipped from Fragile Lake. Finally, the day came to see Santa. I stood there in that line. For hours there I waited until it was my time. I made my request to Santa. Do you know what he said? Oh, oh, oh. Red Ryder BB gun, you shoot your eye out, man!
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10,
Hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
I have a true crime report standing by for you. And Nico said he's dying to tell us about a story that nobody's talked about today. What
You know,
is it?
I considered putting it in my news.
But you're
I
too
just-
classy.
Yeah.
I was all like, you know what? Someone else will take this, and I feel like you have the better handle on it than I do.
I have a hand.
All right, well, go ahead and tell me.
Now?
Yeah.
While he's still eating.
Oh, my goodness.
All of it.
Didn't you say coming up later?
He has a true crime report coming up
I
later.
said I got a true crime report. Here's Nico to tell us in the
I'm just
middle
kidding.
of a bite full of food that he didn't share with anybody.
So, if you're a horny guy
What?
with
What I'm
no
hoping.
concern for medical history,
That's a great start.
Thank you. A medical history and a desire to be part of someone's sexual history, there is a great opportunity. Porn star and OnlyFans creator Lily Phillips wants to set a world record by getting railed by 1,000 guys in one day. She wants to have sex with 1,000 dudes in 24 hours. In a post on X, she says all you have to do is send a photo of your ID along with a picture of you holding the ID to your face. And that's it.
And they'll sign you up.
They'll sign you up.
This isn't the Australian
you have to be
lady
chosen, I
who's like banging like.
Yeah,
You remember
there's
that
an
story?
Australian porn star
She's
who
trying to get to like 1,000 or 5,000 in a year, though.
This lady's gonna do it all in one.
1,000
in one
in one day. Imagine the
Wait, can we do the
chafing.
math on that? Hold on. How many of that is an hour?
How many?
1,000 divided by 24.
Somebody do the math.
1,000 by 24.
Yeah, 1,000 divided by
All
24.
right,
I'll get my phone out.
I don't want to come off as a prude because I'm not a prude, but
No, you're not.
41.
But gross.
That's it was 41. So 41 every hour
Damn. That's
call it 42
Now,
to
how
be
much
safe.
is that every minute?
divided by
Now,
almost one.
what
every,
are some of the parameters of this? Does the guy have to finish? Does she have to finish? That could delay a lot of things. Is it just a quick in and out?
Participants will have less than 2 minutes to get it up, get it in.
Okay, stop.
Jeez. And get, also, the event will happen in January, and you will have to provide your own transportation,
You
lodging.
have to find your own way to the bang room, all right?
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of the guys are just going to be like, hey, do you guys want to carpool? We're all going to the same place.
Penicillin is also
few
not
guys.
available. I mean, not for free. The comments on X are hilarious. They're like, somebody's like, dibs on last.
What's the star's name?
Lily Phillips. Did you see a picture of her?
I did.
You were not impressed.
I think she's really pretty.
She's pretty, yeah. There's
I think
nothing
she's
wrong with her
beautiful.
face.
Bag over her head.
What's wrong with her face?
You think she's
Nothing.
you think she's a paper bag special?
You ready for the true crime report?
Yeah.
True crime.
I'm sorry everybody had to hear that.
Why?
I don't know. It's kind of gross, right?
Is it? You're the one that brought up that one Australian porn star.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
God,
funny.
it's going to bug me who that porn star is.
The Australian one?
Yeah.
Except she's not getting paid for it. She's just doing it on her own. I don't
The
even
love of
think
the
she's
game.
a porn. Is she a porn star?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good
I don't
question.
even
No,
think
she might have been
the one you're
OnlyFans.
talking about. You're right. I think she's just like a.
Wait, you think this is gross?
Yeah.
I mean,
For her, for the 1,000 guys,
Involved?
for
Do you
all
think
the
it'd be
viruses
gross?
that are going to be swapped. Yeah, somebody's going to walk out and they're going to look like
Oh.
a gigantic cold sore.
The Australian one was only striving for 600 men in a year.
Right, 600
And
in a
this
year.
one is trying to do 1,000 in 24 hours.
24 hours.
When will
I
you
kind of
eat?
really-
When will you
America!
sleep?
Yeah, you'd need everything would have to be liquid. It just make it faster to go.
Well,
She
now
sleeps through one of them or a few of them.
we figured out what they can do with all of P. Diddy's baby oil now, huh?
That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop.
It's the True Crime Report. Actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation.
Stop breaking the law.
I mean, I kind of respect her. I really kind of like. Wow, that's a lot.
Could you just stop talking? This is going to be hard to edit for tomorrow.
A couple of quick hitters to start off with. First of all, quick hitters, 2 minutes, in and out. A former deputy of the year in Georgia was charged with DUI
Oh no.
after he was caught drunkenly directing traffic, despite the fact that where he was, there were no cars in the area.
Imaginary cars.
Wait, how do you get a DUI if you were directing? You're not driving, are you? Unless he was also
Directing while under the influence.
driving. Yeah, the D stands for directing traffic. And a man in Delaware was arrested for his 11th DUI. After, he made the 11th time memorable. That 11th DUI came after he rear-ended a police car.
I bet he gets a cake.
Well, speaking of cake, a 31-year-old man from California was arrested. He was stopped by TSA at an airport because they found weird clothing items in his bags.
All right.
Including a cow pajama onesie caked in meth.
Oh, what?
I think I need to show you the picture probably for this
A
one, don't
cow pajama onesie.
I? Yeah, there it is.
Cake.
That's adorable. Oh, and
It's
until
a
you
cow
see the,
pajama.
until
You know,
see
like the hood looks like
Yeah.
a cow's face.
What
and
am I
it's-
looking at?
Well, that's that's pajamas.
and some cake on meth.
It is, and all that stuff you see on there is caked
Oh,
on
it's a
meth.
cow. Okay.
Oh, you got to tilt
That's
your
already
head.
open?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to tilt your head.
You can't tell that that's a cow.
Not looking straight at it.
He was stopped after going through airport security in LA. He was on his way to Australia. He checked a pink suitcase and a gray suitcase screened by TSA. They flagged down more than a dozen pieces of clothing. One of the items was a cow pajama onesie, and it, along with the other items, were, quote, dried stiff and covered in a white residue.
I mean, we all kind of know what that normally is.
It turned out to be meth. The total weight of the meth-caked clothes was around 71 pounds. And officials found they were able to extract more than 2 pounds of meth from the clothes. So this was like the guy was trying to smuggle meth, and he just had
Really?
it caked on.
To a suit.
It all seems very suspicious. A pink suitcase, dude. The man was charged with possession with intent to distribute and faces 10 years to life in federal
the
prison.
total amount of meth caked was 70 pounds.
Damn.
And they were able to extract more than 2 pounds of meth. Now, I don't know how much 2 pounds of meth is, but it sounds like a lot of meth. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I just bought a 2-pound steak. That was like $15.
You bought a 2-pound steak?
Well, 1.5.
Oh.
Dude, a 2-pound steak would be an enormous steak. It'd be like one of those tomahawks.
2 pound? Really?
That seems like pretty big. I mean, think of a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
A McDonald's quarter pounder.
That's a good point.
Eat 8 of those. That's how much 2 pounds would be. We've got a story about a TikTok influencer who was arrested after stealing hundreds of dollars worth of stuff from Target.
Oh, was this the one that did she brag about it on her social media afterwards?
Of course
she would do like haul videos, like she bought it.
Yeah, like a haul video. Yeah.
What's a haul?
Like she would be like, "Oh, I got all this at Target today," pretending like she bought
Like
it.
your unboxing videos you would do.
A 22-year-old woman in Florida named Marlena Velez is reportedly big on TikTok with over 350,000 followers. Some of her videos have millions of views, but she's in the news after allegedly stealing hundreds of dollars of stuff from a Target near Fort Myers. This is a Florida woman story, technically. The police believe they have a pretty solid case because she posted the evidence on her TikTok. The theft happened on October 30th, and police shared security cam shots of her face to see if anybody recognized her. They said she filled her cart with $500 worth of Target merchandise.
And walked out?
Nope, but scanned false barcodes at self-checkout to make it all cheaper.
Wow.
That's smart.
Scheming, scamming.
Is it?
Is it really? Apparently not.
Not that smart.
When you get caught.
And posting it on your TikTok.
Well, that's also a big part of it, yeah.
Well, somebody thought they recognized her as a TikTok influencer, so they reached out to the police, gave them Marlena's name. It's Marlena Velez, again, if you want to check her out. So and I guess maybe they'd like to keep this secret. I think one of the first things they do is go look on your social media.
Yeah.
They basically Google search you.
Especially if it's public.
They checked her social media and found all the proof they would need to make this an airtight case. She posted a fun video that showed her in the same outfit she was wearing in the police video, picking out all the items and then loading them into her car.
Just not smart.
They just arrested her on Friday. And she is facing charges of theft. And there is your true crime report. Sports with Cappy on the way in just a moment.
I deal in crime and that kind of thing.
I owe my life of crime to the fact that I was a dropout.
Just last week, a guy pulled a knife on me. I could see it wasn't a real professional job. There was butter on it.
I can get away with it, like the crime of the century.
Crime of the century.
What was the man's crime, sir?
And his daring life of crime made him a legend in his time, east and west of the Rio Grande.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from AC/DC to Alice in Chains to God.
Believe it. It's the hardworking, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
I actually had to get up early today, and I was so excited to have to drive for 20 minutes so I could listen to them.
This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
Sports go sports. Athletics are number one. Participants are heroes. Go team, yeah.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show presents Go Sports Go. Brought to you by the Viva Auto Group. Viva makes it happen.
What a long weekend in sports. And here from our partner station 600 ESPN is Steve Kaplowitz to talk all about it. Good morning, Cappy.
Hey, I hope you had a good sports weekend. There's a lot going on. A lot happening. Let's start with the biggest news locally. The UTEP women's volleyball team is into the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. 50 years.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the 50th anniversary of UTEP volleyball, and they got in as an at-large. And guess who they're going to be playing in the first round of the NCAA volleyball championships?
UCLA?
Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I literally just told him this.
Yeah, somebody did say that.
I told him this.
Oh, that's good. Good.
Darn it.
Thank you. It's good, and it's good to see he listens and retains that information that you give him, which obviously
Oklahoma
means
Sooners
nothing.
volleyball is such a big part of my
Well, let me say
sports
this.
schedule.
I think they're beatable. They were 14-10 this season. Oklahoma. Why do they only play 10 matches or 24 matches? That's the only thing I don't understand. They didn't play a lot, but anyway. They are going to Pittsburgh. That's where the matches will be taking place. UTEP will take on Oklahoma. If they win, they'll take on the winner of the Pittsburgh match, which most likely will be Pittsburgh. They are the number 1 seed and one of the top teams in the tournament. So congratulations to Ben Wallace. 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. That is when UTEP will play against Oklahoma.
In volleyball.
In volleyball. That's right.
I've got a few calls for you lined up. If you want to just respond to those, and that'll kind of dictate what order we go in.
I like it. Sounds like a potpourri. Let's do it.
It is a potpourri, Steve. Good pronunciation.
Oh, Aggies. The only thing I can say is, oh no, we suck again.
So this is in response to the UTEP football game on Saturday. UTEP played New Mexico State in football. This was the final game of the season for both teams, and it was a wild one. The Miners were down at one point 24-7, and they came back, had a huge second half, and they ended up winning 42-35 to win their third game of the season and beat the Aggies in the 101st annual Battle of I-10. So how about this for the UTEP defense? 8 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, an interception, 10 tackles for a loss. That's what they did in this game. So Miners outscored the Aggies 35-11 after being down 24-7 at halftime. So it was a big one for UTEP, and they get their trophies back now, which is important. They get the, the silver spade and the brass spittoon.
What?
Yep.
What? They got a brass spittoon and a what?
And a silver spade.
A silver spade.
Isn't that right, Alberto? Isn't that what they call that, the silver spade?
Yes.
And the brass spittoon?
Yes, that's
sound
the
like
name of the trophy.
worst MCU characters ever.
They're not.
Give it up for the brass spittoon.
The Silver Surfer's cousin, the Silver Spade.
Yeah.
That's right. So anyway, but very entertaining football game. And I'll say this too, okay? I was really impressed with the crowd in Cruces on Saturday. I did. I went up there and had a chance to take in the game thanks to Mario Mocha, the director of athletics for New Mexico State. Was invited to spend some time in his area and watch the game up there with I love Mario. He's such a good guy. And Lou Romano was there because, Lou now is in Cruces and he works for the Aggie Sports Marketing Group. So he was there and I had a chance to see him and Bernie
Did Romano
Olivas.
do some Thanksgiving with you this year?
He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where, your mom's or your place?
At our house. I asked Lou to bring rolls. He brought 3 dozen rolls, and there were 8 of us having dinner. So
you got a lot of rolls?
We have enough
Nico
rolls.
would have brought pre-rolls.
Because that's how.
Is that how you roll?
I roll.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Do you want to take another call and we'll talk about...
Yeah, why would we want to stop with just one call? Let's keep rolling.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Matt Plato. Hey, that Michigan-Ohio State game, the violence that ensued, that makes me sick, man. You'd think they'd get their animal animosities played out on the field, and Lord of Flies comes to mind. I mean, my gosh, it's an embarrassment. Yeah, okay, it's part of the ritual because they're rivals, but it really depresses me to see that. All right, good morning.
I don't know, I live for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild, too. I mean, this was a shocker, by the way. This was one of the biggest shocking upsets of the weekend.
Ohio State, number 2. Michigan goes in and defeats them on their home field.
13-10.
And they do a Baker Mayfield on them.
They try to plant the flag.
They they planted it briefly, and then the Ohio State players were not having it, so they ran out. Did you know that some of the Wolverine players, the Michigan players, got pepper sprayed by the police?
No.
Yeah, they have pictures.
Are you serious?
They have pictures of some of the Michigan Wolverines.
Did
on
they pepper
the floor,
spray? Did they pepper spray
on the
Ohio
ground.
State?
I don't know. I think probably when you pepper spray it, you don't really target that. So I'm sure some of the Ohio State players got some pepper spray.
Ohio State field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to them. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field.
They let this go for like 2 minutes before they cut away.
I'm surprised. I mean, first off, let me say this. All right, when you win a rivalry game like this and you try to plant your team's flag right on the 50, what do you think's going to happen? Honestly, that's
you know what
you're asking for something.
You know what people say, don't you?
What's that?
Baker Mayfield is a dick.
We haven't even gotten to that story yet. And Baker yesterday came back and won in overtime despite having one of the worst games of the season. I mean, that was... Did you watch any NFL yesterday? Did you see the Sunday night game in the snow?
I didn't. I would have liked to have stayed up for that. If I'd have known it was going to be a snow bowl, I probably would.
Yeah, it was wild. Let me get to Baker Mayfield as a dick for a second, since that was what you just played. 26-23, the Bucs win in overtime, beating Carolina. Here was Baker Mayfield's
Carolina.
line. Yes. Baker Mayfield was 21 out of 33, 235 yards for a touchdown and 2 interceptions. He was sacked 4 times, but the story in this game, rookie Bucky Irving, 152 yards and a touchdown to lead the way, and a big overtime win for Tampa, who's now 6-6. Carolina falls to 3-9 on the season.
They asked Mayfield what he thought about the dust-up at the Ohio State-Michigan game. He said... altercations are part of the college football rivalry, and you should just let the boys play.
Nice. So essentially, you lice. That's great. So all they did was, start a fight. By the way, do you agree with that philosophy? Let them punch each other out, and then eventually, when the dust settles, break it up, or do you want to just get right in there and try to throw some pepper at you? And
I've never heard of police pepper spraying football players on the field.
I haven't either.
What else are they going to do to them? It's like, come on.
Yeah, just let them
walk them away. Walk them away by their wrists.
Let them make it hockey rules. You let them go until one of them pulls the jersey up over the other guy's head.
That could be the case too. But you know what? Referees and they're always in hockey ready to stop the fighting once they throw the punches out. But they let them get the punches.
It go a little bit.
I agree with you. I agree. Look, bad loss for Ohio State. They're most likely still going to make the playoffs. They can't beat Michigan. That's just what it comes down to. Michigan
has their number.
They own Ohio State. Sure.
Each school was fined $100K fine by the Big Ten.
What do you mean? Okay, so you know what? They probably make $100,000 in about 30 seconds in these games. I mean, think about how much money those schools generate. The millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. So what's $100,000 fine? It's like fining you $5.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I wouldn't want to get fined $5.
Okay, well, there you go.
I have a sports update.
Oh no.
So porn star Lily Phillips.
No.
It's a sport.
Nope. Moving on.
Is it?
Oh, you know what? I think it's a scam. I'm very concerned it's a scam.
Why did you try to submit your name?
In the process of...
We're trying to get Nico to sign up for it.
They want you to take a picture with your photo ID. What else could they use? Couldn't they use that for
do
other
they also
things?
want you holding that day's newspaper? Or something?
Are they trying to do background checks before?
I don't know why you.
What are we
would
even
need that.
talking about? What is this?
I'm so glad you asked, Steve.
1,000 bangs in a day.
1,000
in one day.
In one day.
Yes, porn star Lily Phillips is trying to make a world record, but I think it's a scam because a bunch of people in the comment section saying, "I haven't gotten my confirmation."
Well, you're not suggesting
do you think
that.
she's just like looking through some of them and is just like, no, I don't want that one?
Yeah. Or saying, no, I'm suggesting that she's just taking maybe the email list and using it for marketing, maybe taking the stealing identities.
Sign up and then start
Stealing
seeing.
identities.
Identity theft for the 1,000 different driver's licenses she gets over
Are
the course
these
of that
guys
time.
though that
What are you
want to steal
suggesting
their
about
identities?
pornographers here?
That they don't have scruples. They're unscrupulous.
Oh, I bet she's got scruples. What is scruples, a virus or a bacterial infection? Georgia beat Georgia Tech in 8 overtimes. Have you ever seen a college football game with 8 overtimes?
Well, I watched this one live as it was going down, and I was just blown away by the whole 8 overtime experience.
Here you go, 8 overtimes.
It was awesome.
I think even if you're a fan,
but you know
by the 7th overtime, you're like, we got to get home.
You know what? Though? You know what I didn't like. You know what I don't like about the rules of this. Do you know how that works? You probably didn't watch.
Let's
game,
listen to the. I did not. But
All
you
right,
can tell me how it works.
Sure.
Here's the calls. Georgia defeated Georgia Tech in 8 overtimes
to make the college football playoff. Frazier straight ahead and straight in. Oh, it's great in 8. Georgia wins it.
How long do you think they were rehearsing that one? Oh, it's great in 8. Seriously,
since the end of the 7th overtime.
They're probably. I wonder if he's got a list of like rhymes for every. You know what?
I'm going to say great.
It was fine in 9. I mean, seriously, what are you going to say? It was 7. Thank heaven it ended in 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they probably when he's calling these games, he's in his mind thinking, what are we going to say to make it sound cool? Look, here's the way these overtime games work in college. Okay, first overtime, you can either win with a field goal or a touchdown, and you can kick the extra point. In double overtime, they make you go for 2. Then from overtimes 3 on, you get 1 play, which is the 2-point conversion play. So you either punch it in for 2 or you fail, and then the other team has the opportunity to do the exact same thing. So from overtime 3 all the way to 8, it was 1 play. And I'm thinking, I don't know, a 2-point conversion.
Was this enjoyable? 8 overtimes?
Because you were kind of wondering, would it ever end? I mean, that was the fun part about this, the second longest game, I think, in FBS history. When you watch these games that go on this long, you kind of say to yourself, all right, could this go 10 overtimes? Could this go infinite overtimes? Will it ever end? So it is kind of fun, and a lot of people were rooting for Georgia to lose just because it would have been a huge upset if Georgia Tech knocks Georgia.
Georgia would not have gotten into the playoffs.
No, they wouldn't have. That's why this game was so big for them. They needed this, and they got it. So it was a wild finish, that's for sure.
We got a call about Aggies football. I don't know if you want to hear
A&M, or we just did New Mexico State. So we talking about A&M?
We did take the New Mexico State. You got to pay attention.
The one where he said we suck again?
Yes. That was the first. That was the first call.
I couldn't hear that. I was looking at the porn star.
You're busy signing up.
Let's talk Cowboys, because after the game, before they served them up their turkey, they got the turducken.
They did.
Because they won. And they were interviewing Micah Parsons and a few other players, and they were really making the case that they've turned a corner and the Cowboys are going to get into the playoffs now.
Can we buy a turducken like the one they showed in that game? Because that was the most perfect-looking turducken of all time. And then did you see how professionally sliced it was? Like, it looked like Martha Stewart got a hold of the turducken and just turned it into this work of art.
Okay, there was
one turkey and it had 6 drumsticks.
Yes, yes. That's another one I was wondering about.
10-pound turducken is for sale via QVC right now.
Okay. Listen,
are the Cowboys dreaming that they can turn this season around at this point in December?
No. I mean, they keep winning.
Oh, there's one at Walmart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Next time I go, I'll take a look, see if I can find one on the clearance
Some
racks.
turduckens.
Look, the Dallas Cowboys right now, as the way it stands, they're 5-7. Let's just say they win out and they finish 10-7. So they win 5 more games to end the season. There is the possibility that they could end up with as a wild card team, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, maybe Dak will be back and he can lose the wild card game for him.
He's out for the season. This is all Cooper Rush. Nice job. I like the way you did that. That was very subtle and very effective.
Hey, look, here's a comparison. Do this in time for your show. Compare Cooper Rush's win percentage in games that he started with Dak's win percentage in games he started, Cooper Rush might have the best record
Probably.
of the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
And by the way, just to clear something up, the chances of the Cowboys making the playoffs are slim to none. I'm going to tell you why.
Well, those guys were amped up on adrenaline at the end of the game and tryptophan, too.
There's 3 wild card teams that get into the NFL, and you've got Washington at 8-5, Minnesota at 10-2, and Green Bay at 9-3. So those are all your wild card teams. Cowboys are 5-7.
This might just be your imagination running away with you. You see the Cowboys win 2 games in a row.
You know what this is more than anything else? This is Dallas winning and losing at the same time. Because as they keep winning games, they're going to fall farther and farther back in the draft. So instead of being in the top 5 or the top 10, now they might be in that that 12 to 20 range, depending on how many more games they win. So that's the only danger right now if you're the Cowboys.
Let's talk about another NFL team that really had nothing to play for, but they went out and almost shocked the Chiefs on Friday, and that's the Las Vegas Raiders. Did you see how that game ended up?
I did, and by the way...
Wasn't paying attention on the snap.
No,
popped
it was
him right in the
awful.
chest. I don't know if the center got the count wrong, but he was not expecting that ball.
How many games this year have the Chiefs won like this? I mean, every week is the same thing. They go to overtime against Carolina, and Carolina's awful. The Raiders nearly pulled it off. Have you ever seen a team luckier in one season than the Chiefs?
Well, there's a conspiracy that says that the officials are throwing the game, but it would take more than the officials. For this, it would take the other team.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, this really was
so
nothing.
unless Hallmark is pulling all the strings here, here's the end. Snap to the quarterback. He's not ready for it. Game over.
Cannot say enough about Aiden O'Connell. Guy has not played football with a broken thumb. Has had no chance other than to work his mind to stay sharp in this game and flawlessly moves this offense into field goal range.
It would be a 50-yard field goal from here. Drops it. Flag is thrown, though. Flag will stop it.
Now it's turnover.
Drops it. Well, he never had the chance. It was like right. It hit him. So there's that weird thing.
Who got it wrong? The center or the quarterback?
I would think the center, because when the quarterback's not even ready for it, like he wasn't even looking. So it.
But you know what I mean? There's a team that really doesn't have a lot to play for this year. In fact, they got incentive to play worse.
They do,
and they go out and
have you heard the latest
a tough
rumors?
Game to the Chiefs.
Latest rumors are Shador Sanders and Dion as a package deal to the Raiders. That could end up being what happens. And
Is
by
that
the
a
way,
good fit?
Think of it this way. If there was ever a city where you could see Deion Sanders coaching, wouldn't it be Vegas?
I don't know. You know, he became a preacher and kind of eschewed his wilder days.
But didn't that
Vegas
end? I mean, now he rips on media. He always, he trashes people that are critical of him, and I don't know. I mean, if you're really a preacher, you always, you dismiss all that kind of stuff, right? All the bad stuff. Don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still religiously affiliated or not.
I don't know either. Well, I mean, to me, he's just...
Yeah, but Primetime, people love to see Prime
They
in
can't even call him
Vegas.
Dion anymore. He's Coach Prime. Coach Prime. That's his name. You can't refer to him as Dion.
Dion. See, I just did it.
Hey, look at you.
They're not going to do anything.
That's a gutsy call right there. So we've got Monday Night Football tonight. I'll be at the Ale House at 4 o'clock, and I'll be giving you 2 hours and 15 minutes right up to kickoff tonight. And if you are a football fan, this is an interesting storyline, okay? The Denver Broncos have put together a 7-win season. They are 7-5. The Cleveland Browns are 3-8. They're in Denver tonight in Mile High. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to snow tonight like it snowed yesterday in Buffalo. I was kind of hoping we would have some really bad weather, but don't think that's going to be the case. In fact, 41 degrees is the temperature.
The Bills game was plenty snowy.
Oh, it was awesome. The Bills game was so much fun. It was so much fun. I mean, I wish you would have watched it, because watching those guys try to navigate through was... San Francisco looked miserable in the snow. Miserable.
Is there any point in your life where you would have gone to a college football game in freezing weather and taken your shirt off just to get on TV?
No. You?
No. I mean, I would give in to peer pressure if a lot of guys were doing it.
Let me say this. There have been Sun Bowls in the past that were
rainy and sleety
snowy,
and cold. Yeah, snowy.
And I mean, there's some where the field was covered, and I think I do remember seeing shirtless fans in El Paso at those games. And, the booze was flowing and, it's no big deal. But I would not be, I would not be one of those people.
All right, Cappy, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap things up today?
With Monday Night Football, hey, if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports, it's all about Underdog, folks. In fact, with their Pick'em game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats. And they've got all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. In fact, every dog deserves a second chance. With Underdog Rescues, you get just that. As far as tonight's game goes, I'm going to give you what Jay Gruden likes. Jay Gruden's got his picks with Underdog. He's got Jameis Winston going higher than 9.5 rushing yards. Bo Nix higher than 19.5 rushing yards. And Cortland Sutton of Denver higher than 19.5 for his longest reception. Simple as that. This season, Underdog will be running a special promo or bonus almost every single day, like profit boosts. Pop up your winnings in just a tap when you apply the boost to eligible entries. Discounts. You'll get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at a big W, and free picks. They're basically a sure thing. A player just has to get higher than half a yard for that pick to win, plus all new users get a free pick. Download the app, sign up with promo code KLAQ, and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's promo code KLAQ. Must be 18 plus and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
All right, thank you, Cappy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good, guys.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Aerosmith to Nirvana to
save. Next option, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Interman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Well, after months of saying that he would not pardon his son, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden.
Sure, whatever.
Do you think he was just like on a pardoning spree? He pardoned those turkeys.
There's 3 of them now.
I must have gotten confused.
Do you want to hear what Cucker thinks of
I was wondering if we were going to hear
I mean, I'm sure he's not going to bring up anybody that Trump pardoned, I'm sure.
his new French ambassador.
Right. Who's that?
It's a father-in-law.
Jared Kushner's dad.
Jared Kushner's dad, who he's the ambassador to France.
Yeah.
And he pardoned his dad for like federal tax evasion.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine my shock that no one has called in to defend lying Biden and his crackhead pedophile son.
Was there accusation that
that Hunter was a pedophile?
Is that part of
that's
it,
a
or
new
is
one.
he getting him confused with Matt Gaetz?
I don't know. They keep lobbing.
Who was going to be the attorney general?
Yeah, they keep lobbing
Boy,
things. I don't know.
Cucker and I are completely different people. I don't feel superior to many people, but just like morally, I feel so above Cucker because I expect that. You expect that from your elected officials, that they're going to lie, they're going to pardon people, they're going to be self-dealing. That's just an expectation. When I said I want somebody to call in who voted for Kamala to tell me what do you think about Biden pardoning his son, I didn't call in and defend him. I was just wanting to hear what people thought. I thought a lot of people would say, yeah, it sucks, and we should probably do away with the presidential pardon. Why is it that magically you get to wave your hand and you make something go away?
From the king's pardon.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a stupid
An
thing.
old tradition.
It's so dumb. It's like prima nocta.
Well, you know, governors get to pardon for state crimes. Would you want to do away with that?
Yes. There should not be like a magic spell. I just hate pardons.
No, but like,
but anyway, let's go back to Cucker. This is just how different. Cucker is a real cynic, and I'm a real optimist. I think there are people. I am. I think that we could elect people.
Compared to Cucker, you are.
I expect people to keep their word. I expect people to follow the law.
Oh, silly rabbit.
So, I mean, everybody knew what he was going to do, right?
No, not me. I was shocked. And you go that long saying, I'm not going to, how many times did he say it? 1,000 times he said it?
Not going to pardon him.
So it's not a surprise, but...
It's a surprise to normal people.
I say what Trump should do now, all of that laptop information that we have, that the general public didn't get to see for the most part, except those who knew where to look.
Yeah, the worst places on the internet is what he's talking about. Like,
Where
I guess
Cucker likes to roam.
Where he
around.
lives.
in just the like 4chan or 20chan or whatever.
Release all of it. All of it. There's about 999 other crimes in there.
Sure,
dude.
Oh my God.
We're not using that. We're not using the R word anymore, man.
You're not a happy person, are you, Cucker?
He isn't. I'm concerned about him, to tell you the truth.
You
Go to prison for. Oh, anyway, get ready for a season of a lot of pardons.
I am sure, and I'm sure you just eat it up. Yeah, but I respect the rule of law. Yeah, I didn't think it was a great thing. And it makes you wonder if Biden had won, if he'd run and won, would he still pardon Hunter?
Probably start with Steve Bannon. We might do Orange Schroyer. We might call the dogs off on...
Did he say Henny Stoyer?
Alex Jones. So, we'll see.
What? I can't understand what he's saying now.
We might call the dogs off.
We, like he's part of the Trump administration.
yeah.
We. Did Trump call you up and get your feedback on that?
Maybe if he's a convicted felon, are you also part of that?
On Alex Jones.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, pardon Alex Jones. Alex Jones wasn't accused of a crime. He was sued civilly.
You dummy.
Because he maligned the grieving parents of a bunch of dead kindergartners. Cucker is... You know, I try and find the good in everybody.
Do you?
But something tells me I would have to get a magnifying glass and a fine-tooth comb to find it
Give
with
Cucker a
Cucker.
break. He's waiting for that confirmation email from Lily Phillips.
Oh, and don't forget all the J6ers. All of them. Don't cry when it happens. Bye.
Again, I think I'm pretty... The January 6th.
The heroes from January 6th.
That's right.
The Patriots.
That's right. Those patriotic insurrectionists.
Yeah.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mix. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mix. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mix. Joanna, tell us more.
I don't think I've ever fully
No, me
heard
either.
it. I just know the like a rock.
Stood there boldly, sweating in the sun. Felt like a million.
Now, are all of those people Bob Seger, or
no? It's Bob in the middle.
It looks like all of them are Bob Seger with different hairstyles.
like Leonard Skinner?
My walk had purpose.
That is the Silver Bullet Band, dudes.
Oh.
Bob Seger and the Silver
You're
Bullet.
going to make Nico's hernia pop out.
Oh, it's already popped.
Something to see.
Like a rock.
Oh, like a rock. That's all we know.
Good morning, Joanna.
Oh, good morning. Oh, right. I forgot we're doing this. Hey, good morning. How's it going?
I watched that Yacht Rock documentary.
Oh, was it?
Stupid. But it did remind you of a bunch of songs.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
Also,
I've got some audio from it. Like, Donald Fagen did not want to participate, so he just left him a message like he doesn't like the term yacht rock. Yeah.
It's really become a really great term to describe
that rock.
that rock.
Also, Capri in our app chat, thank you for your comment on Superman and Lois banging, saying they could do it under red sunlight, which is where he loses his powers.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
a sunset?
But
No, a red sun, because Superman.
Like the red,
yeah, he needs.
But if he loses his powers, does he also lose like
his erection?
Yeah.
No, he could probably be steel hard, but like not a man of steel.
Now I'm sucked into this stupid conversation.
Could Diana Prince
No,
withstand?
she could probably
She
take
could
it,
go
yeah.
full on raw dog with Superman and
She would-
survive.
yeah,
She would live. Yeah.
I think they have stories about that too.
The stories Nico has read, they totally do it.
Oh, yeah. I'm writing some of those.
Wattpad. If you had plans to attend the Sick New World Festival in Las Vegas in April, you now have something in common with Linkin Park and more rock bands, a free day on your calendar. The festival has announced that it has been canceled due to unforeseen circumstances and that anyone who has bought a ticket through front gate tickets will be automatically refunded. And that might wind up being a decent amount of money because single-day tickets were selling for $450. I almost got on that payment plan for it. No official word on if the festival will move forward with another event, but the announcement did end up saying to stay tuned for further and future information regarding Sick New World. So there seems to be some hope.
Wait, Joanna, were you planning to go to this?
I wanted to go to Sick New World, yeah. It's just like a whole festival with all these bands, and one of my favorite
bands.
Like who? Oh, the headlining one this year was Metallica.
Wow.
And they were going to have, I think, like Linkin Park with their new lead singer and stuff. But Orgy was also on that list. And I really always wanted to see Orgy.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted to see them.
I'm sure you have. We all have.
But
Not all of us can be friends with P. Diddy, though.
Yeah,
aren't you happy, though, that you didn't get those tickets?
Yeah, because I was about to get on that payment plan for it.
You'd still be on it.
I could pay this off.
Yeah, well, I could pay it off by April. Moana 2 debuted this holiday weekend and easily won the weekend box office, taking first place. For the regular 3-day weekend, Moana 2 made $135.5 million. But for the 5-day holiday weekend, it raked in at $221 million. In second place came, of course, the musical Wicked, which pulled in an extra $80 million in its second weekend. And in third place, Gladiator 2, which grabbed a solid $30.7 million over the regular weekend. Red 1 held on for another week, taking fourth place with $12.9 million over the weekend. And finally, the best Christmas pageant ever took fifth place over the weekend with $3.3 million. Didn't you see Red 1?
I did.
How was that?
Really stupid.
Oh, man.
Is J.K. Simmons like hurt for money right now, or
no? I think he knew it was going to make a ton of money, and he really got in shape for it.
He's like a buff Santa.
Yeah, he's like a buff old man now.
And who's protecting him? The Rock.
The
Rock. Anyway, speaking of The Rock and Moana, have you ever looked at The Rock and thought, what would he look like with even bigger muscles? We'll soon find out, as the actor has confirmed that he will be wearing a muscle-enlarging bodysuit for his portrayal of Maui in the upcoming live-action remake of Moana. Johnson made the reveal in a new interview with Extra, confirming online speculation that began after paparazzi photos of the Moana set were published. Responding to the question of whether he bulked up for the role or not, Johnson said, quote, "That's a suit that took a long time to put on, so I'm happy you said bulked up, because when you say you bulked up, that means you couldn't tell it was a suit." The live-action Moana was first announced last year and is expected to hit theaters in the summer of 2026.
What character does he play?
Maui.
M-A-U-I?
Yes.
Oh.
Maui.
Have you ever seen Moana?
I haven't.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but you've seen the character.
Yeah, probably.
Like
Yeah.
on pajamas or something, I'm sure.
Yeah. Paddington in Peru is no longer coming out in January. The movie has changed its release date. Oh,
That's Winnie the Pooh.
I'm sorry, I'm getting my mythical fuzzy bears mixed up.
You're getting your bears mixed up.
Paddington says, "I'd like some marmalade."
Some marmalade. Yeah, exactly.
And he has the man with the yellow hat walking around
that's
places.
Curious George.
Okay, now
That's a monkey.
Now you guys are just effing with me.
Well, Paddington in Peru is now expected to come out on February 14th. So if you're looking for a date idea and you know someone who really likes Paddington, this movie could be for you.
Paddington 2 is one of my daughter's favorite movies.
Paddington 2 is the best reviewed movie that surpassed Citizen Kane.
Really?
So, yeah, everyone's saying it's a great movie. Anyway, Paddington, the date change gives Paddington in Peru a chance to rake in some serious cash, as the release happens to be on a long weekend because President's Day is set for Monday, February 17th. Paddington in Peru has already debuted in the UK and broken records, becoming the biggest debut for a British film since 2021's No Time to Die. Director Sam Mendes is doing a series of 4 movies, each one centering on an individual member of the Beatles.
We got Ringo.
We possibly have a Ringo. It's rumored that Barry Keoghan has been tapped to play the band's drummer. How do you think about that?
The guy from Saltburn?
Yeah, him. If the rumors are true, one person who approves of the casting is Ringo himself. Starr told Entertainment Tonight that
I really loved his grave humping scene.
He says that he thinks it's great, and he believes that Barry is actually taking drum lessons. No official casting news has been released for any of the 4 movies at this point, so right now it's just speculation. And finally, there was only one joke in Deadpool and Wolverine that was cut by Disney, and a while back, director Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds had said that they would never reveal what the joke was. Well, today we know what it was, and I think we can guess why it was cut, because it had to do with Deadpool saying he felt like he was choking on a certain part of Mickey Mouse's anatomy.
Whoa.
In the final cut of the movie, Deadpool says, "Ugh, now Disney gets cheap. It's like Pinocchio jammed his face in my butt and started lying like crazy."
Wait, didn't he say that?
So that's in that.
That is in the movie.
That's what made. Yeah, that's what made.
I thought that was
cut.
a great
They're
line.
very
I remember
protective of the mouse.
Yeah.
The mouse. Don't mess with the mouse. But the original line in the script was, "Are we ready?" Quote, "Disney is so cheap, I can barely breathe with all this Mickey Mouse wiener in my throat."
Did he not say?
Oh my goodness.
That was the original line that they had to change to the Pinocchio line. Disney was not cool with that, obviously, so Ryan replaced it with the Pinocchio joke, and that, surprisingly, did pass. Over the summer, director Sean Levy revealed that Pinocchio was the replacement line for a joke that got vetoed, but he claimed him and Ryan would take the original gag to their graves. But that's irrelevant now because the original script for Deadpool and Wolverine was posted online on a Disney website, so you can check it out. And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
Well, that's it. Show's over.
What? We just started.
Yeah, well, the show's over.
That's the end.
That's not the end.
Why, yes, it is.
Right, that's the end.
And that's the end. That's the end.
The morning show will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Now